Interstate at Osceola Polk Line Road. Still looking at your regular slowdowns for those who need to travel by the major attractions exits as well as through downtown. Right now, things are moving well on the Beach Line and the Greenway. If you come across traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Everglades Equipment Group.
Drive home the John Deere 4044M from Greenway today for $7,000 off or $507 at 0% for 84 months. Learn more at gogreenway.com. See Greenway for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Get ready to taste, rock, and repeat at SeaWorld Orlando's Seven Seas Food Festival. Explore over 200 international flavors, then catch your favorite artists live in concert at Bayside Stadium. From Omar Courts to Gene Simmons, the Beach Boys, Fitz and the Tantrums, The Fray, Trace Atkins, and Boys II Men, it's an all-star lineup you won't want to miss. Best of all, concerts are totally free with park admission. Plus, with an annual pass, enjoy unlimited visits, over $3,500 in bonus benefits, free parking, and access to over 30 live concerts, all included. Visit SeaWorldOrlando.com to see the full lineup and get your pass today.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Florida State University, only on Paramount Plus.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth Management and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show. I just wanted to share really quick an investment that we did recently for our clients. Now, first of all, this is not an offer. It's something that we've done in the past for clients. How would you like to be getting paid 18.25% per year for the next 3 years on an investment with 50% downside protection from whatever it was invested in? Now, in this case, we did a structured note on Tesla. Now, I know Tesla is very volatile. That's why we got 50% downside protection. But basically what we did is we put together a structured note paying our clients 18.25% for the next 3 years. And the only way they can lose money is if 3 years from now, Tesla is worth 50% less than it was the day we placed the trade. Call us at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Many retailers use a computer program to tell you which mattress to buy after answering a few questions. That's not how finding the right mattress works. At OMF, our associates take the time to understand your specific needs. They'll guide you through our showroom, explain the differences between models, and help you select the right mattress. No computers, no gimmicks, just personal attention and quality mattresses built locally. Visit any showroom and experience the OMF difference for yourself.
Come on, kids. We're almost there. The map says straight ahead.
One-a-day 50-plus multivitamins are made for your overall health, with nutrients to support your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to make the most of each day? So even on the family hike, you're not just keeping the pace.
Hey, Dad, wait up.
You're one step ahead. One-a-day 50-plus. The one for you. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Thanks. Got my seat cushion, crossword puzzle, and can't forget the hand sanitizer. Okay, show me the waiting room.
No need for all that. You can stay in your car.
I'll stay in my car? Get out.
Yep, you stay in. It'll just be 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Get out.
Go ahead, sit back and relax.
Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV. If only they took 10 minutes, am I right? I'm sorry.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Someone's going to get offended.
It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is Thursday, March 12th, 2026. Lots to get to today. From Iran hacked our hospitals to a woman falls in love with her creepy AI boyfriend and a huge victory against your annoying spam texts, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, non-spam texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Like and subscribe.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, hanging in there. Hope all is well. And we got a lot to talk about today. We have many things to get to on the horizon. So we're going to jump right into it. I want to remind you the new, and I mean new because we sold out the first design. So now we have a second design, a tie-dye design, which is so awesome and selling even faster than the other one.
Yeah.
So I don't think the iconic tie-dye design will last through today, which will be an incredibly quick sale for two designs to go like that. But get the ones that are left right now on thenewsjunkie.com, all right? Go grab that merch now while you can before the door closes on you, thenewsjunkie.com. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And where do we go today? Where do you think we're going, huh?
Sports, maybe?
Sports is a good guess. That's a good guess.
Is it the airport, Sean?
It's not the airport, C-Lane. I've erased all future airport stories from the show. I've gotten rid of all of them. We're not doing it anymore.
Don't believe it.
We're instead going to an old lady. That's right. A senior citizen in Minnesota. She's angry, and she's approaching the political leaders. And, I mean, it's a very interesting thing that she's angry about. This woman is demanding that they have happy hour in her nursing home. All right? So let's listen in. Here we go.
And I love happy hour, just like many of you do, I am sure. Just because we are older and live in assisted living doesn't mean that we should have fewer freedoms than anyone else. Allowing our facility to coordinate this happy hour affords us and our families the peace of mind that we can enjoy life but not be out slipping on the ice to stop and get our box of wine.
Oh, okay. So she's saying it's dangerous on them, their streets. All right? You don't want to slip on the ice getting your box of wine.
I mean, but we have to go to the extent of presenting this argument in front of political city officials.
Yes. Yeah. They're shutting her down.
That's sad. That's very sad for me.
They need to up their ice mitigation so that the oldos don't break something trying to get their box of wine.
The story says senior citizens are demanding the state of Minnesota allow them to have happy hour in their nursing homes without liquor licenses. A new Minnesota bill would allow nursing homes to host happy hours without a liquor license. Anita LeBrun says she and her friends love happy hour just like younger people do. Allowing our facility to coordinate this happy hour allows us to have some peace of mind, but we won't slip on the ice while trying to get our box of wine.
Hang on, though. Like, they can have their own booze at the nursing home, right? Like,
I would assume
the issue is a liquor license. You don't need a liquor license to consume your own liquor.
Well, what about a gathering of people all drinking together?
Like
Bring
a party?
your own booze.
Yeah, I guess that's probably easier to say a party.
Okay,
yeah, you're right.
But now, considering they can't go out and get it, but as I say this, I'm like, Uber Eats the liquor.
Yeah.
Instacart it. I feel like we're missing something.
Is the problem the facility providing the alcohol probably? Because, she goes like, I can't get out to go get the box of wine. I'll slip on the ice. Well, let's see what else she says. Let's go back to this old lady, Anita.
The peace of mind that we can enjoy life, but not be out slipping on the ice to stop and get our box of wine.
True.
This amendment is simply putting into law what many people assume is already allowed. Happy hour at the place where we call home.
And
my only regret is that we might not get invited to one of these happy hours if it gets passed.
There's an age threshold.
I see how it is.
Just give them their rights. All right? Don't laugh. Don't make little jokes. Just give them the rights.
She does bring up a good point. She's like, I think people don't understand that we can't do this. I don't know why they can't do it. That's what I want to know. Why can you not gather at a nursing home? Is it because it's a business? But I still don't think.
A living facility. If any other apartment complex, there's many of them. You pay top dollar to get your trash picked up at your door and to have like little social gatherings.
If I was staying at a hotel, I could reasonably bring my own alcohol and have people into my hotel room and consume it. I've done it plenty of times.
These are fair questions. I agree. They're fair questions. Let's see what's going on.
What are the answers, Sean?
Fox 9 has some answers for us. Let's see what they have. Here we go. All right.
Please go ahead.
Mr. Chair, thank you. I was going to try to start off with a joke, but I realize it's probably not appropriate to do so.
Oh my God, pal.
Because this isn't judiciary where you guys have so much fun, right?
It says authorizing nursing homes and assisted living facilities consuming and displaying of alcoholic beverages. So I think if you have a place that you all gather and then you drink inside the place, does that place not de facto become like a bar and then you need a license to... I don't know. What's the crossover between this and a party? Now that Celine said that is really.
Did my house become a bar for?
For
Jackson's birthday.
Technically, it did. Yes, and also you have a bar at your house, so double yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they do need this liquor license, is it going to be that impossible to get, considering how much they pay to live there?
No,
if there's anything I know, it's facilities for seniors are expensive.
What she, I think, is proposing is that they can do these things without a liquor license.
Yeah, possibly. Hang on, I've got more for you. Don't worry, we're going deeper on this one.
One last thing. Sometimes our lawmakers get it right.
Wow.
And by right, I mean they fix something or try to fix something in our laws that are just silly. Case in point, Senator John Hoffman is getting traction with a bill that would allow our nursing homes and long-term care facilities to host happy hours for adults who live there.
Okay.
Why is there a bill for that?
Yes.
Because several city laws say to serve booze, you need to have a liquor license, and nursing homes don't have that. What they do have is extensive regulations they already follow, and people who pay to live there who are adults who shouldn't have to fight for their right to party.
Yeah.
Grab that. Wow. Party. And my white turtleneck.
I was right there in the
future?
palm of her hands. I have to go back to that. Hold on. I didn't expect that she was going to toss in a partay there, but
regulations they already follow, and people who pay to live there who are adults who shouldn't have to fight for their right to party. Like Anita LeBrun.
My friends and I love happy.
No, that goes to the lady, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I say they deserve this. I think old people deserve this.
What I'm gathering is that they want does the nursing home stop them from drinking their own booze? They want the nursing home to be able to serve them the alcohol.
Hell yeah!
And I guess if they're selling them the alcohol, then they definitely need a liquor license. If they're just giving it to them, I guess maybe because they're in charge.
Let's say that if you had the opportunity to go to a young hip bar or a happy hour at a nursing home and get drunk, which one of the two would you choose? If you could go to some young whippersnapper, all the hot youngins out there, or to some kind of assisted living facility where they're just pounding drinks on their final days, some of them, you know what I mean?
Young hip bar, please. I don't.
Oh, really? Oh, man, I'd be sitting there with those oldos, and they'd be like, oh, this is probably my last shot, Sean. Cheers. And I'm, all right.
It's very depressing.
Oh, my God. Imagine the stories they would tell you and they don't care about anything. You go to some Zoomer bar, and these kids are so zipped up. They're still, actually not the Zoomers, more the millennials. If you go to a millennial bar, they're so zipped up. They're scared to say anything that's going to offend anybody. They like tiptoe all the time. You go to old peopleville drinking happy hour at the assisted living facility, they are going to drop some stuff on you. They're going to say at least a couple of phrases that you're like, whoa. And they'll be like, what are you going to do? You know, what's the repercussion for an old person drinking at a nursing home?
You're going to cancel me.
You're going to cancel me? Huh? You can't I'm about to get canceled by life.
Only God can cancel me.
Boom, struck dead. Right there. That's the kind of stuff that could happen at one of these places. So I would go with the old people bar. I support them.
Same.
And fighting for the right to partay or
partay.
You shouldn't have to fight for the right to partay.
That's useful, actually. There's like a Swiss Army knife kind of clip
Who
that you got there.
shouldn't have to fight for the right to partay.
Like, it's going to work a million different ways. It'd be like, hey, at a daycare center, toddlers are in trouble after getting their hands on methamphetamine.
Who shouldn't have to fight for the right to partay.
See, that could be used for so many things. Well, there you go. What do you think about the old people drinking at the assisted living facilities? Should they be able to have happy hour? Let us know. Send your dispatches, emails, and all the rest over to us. And we got a lot on deck today. We've been hacked. Oh, good God. This is a weird one. The United States, I guess. Okay. Like our hospitals. Not the nursing homes, thank God. I don't think that they've hacked them. But there's some medical device manufacturer that has been hacked by a pro-Iranian hacker group, I guess.
Party.
And I have look this company up, C-Lane. Stryker, Stryker, because they hacked a bunch of their stuff. Here's some of the news coming across this morning. Is it safe to go to the hospital? Let's find out.
Fox News alert. A pro-Iranian hacker group is claiming responsibility for a major cyber attack on a U.S. medical device maker, marking the first notable pro-Iranian hack against U.S. infrastructure since Operation Epic Fury began. The company Stryker releasing a statement saying, quote, "We are continuing to resolve the disruption impacting our global network resulting from the cyber attack. At this time, there is no indication of malware or ransomware, and we believe the situation is contained to our internal Microsoft environment only."
I don't know what that means. Sounds
like a party with that music bed, I'll tell you that much.
It did sound a little too happy considering this is like a hacking on a medical device manufacturer. What's Stryker, Steve? What are they making that we're worried about?
Just all kinds of medical surgical equipment, orthopedics, neurotechnology. I mean, I see... Oh, man, they make like the whole hospital beds and stuff that they wheel you around in. And
they're going to start whipping around on like American patients and stuff?
I don't know. It seems like it's just their Microsoft system.
If the Iranians are going to fight back by getting a bunch of old people stuck in their Craftmatic beds and they just folds them up like a taco.
It'll be a little less painful if they are tipsy.
Yeah,
happy hour.
That's true. Yeah, there's no reason not to let them drink.
It sounds like they've just hacked like their email and their OneDrive and stuff. I don't know. According to that statement they had on the story.
Yeah, it says we believe the situation is contained to our internal Microsoft environment only. But this was supposedly. Hold on, let me look up the Stryker company real quick. This company was supposed to be in charge of a lot of different medical devices that could be impacted by this. CNN says a cyber attack has caused a global network disruption. That sounds like more than email, doesn't it?
Does.
Global network disruption. Michigan-based Stryker is experiencing a global network disruption, to our Microsoft environment. Hang on, I got to sneeze. I'm fighting back. We have no indication of ransomware or malware and believe the incident is contained. Our teams are working rapidly to understand the impact of the attack on our systems. Stryker has a business... Oh, boy.
Here we go.
This is really...
Just do it, man.
Stryker has a business continuity measure in place to continue to support our customer and partners. That is a strong...
Just sneeze, man.
I'm pushing it down.
It's not good for you.
The right to party.
I'm fighting for my right to party by holding in the sneeze a little bit. They make hospital equipment. Oh, they make defibrillators?
The what?
Defibrillators. We don't want those to go bad.
Nope.
And
Okay, but there's other
ambulance
companies
cots.
that makes those.
Well, this is one of the companies says they make a range of hospital equipment from defibrillators to ambulance cots. They serve more than 150 million patients through their health equipment and services. It is unclear what immediate impacts, if any, the hack had on Stryker's provision of medical equipment to U.S. hospitals. And they're keeping an eye on this to see exactly what was going on. And if any of the equipment is taken over in some way, which would obviously be bad. But this is the first version of like some sort of cyber attack that we've seen. And this is on a medical company here in the United States of America called Stryker with a Y.
I'd be curious how much of that equipment you've mentioned is connected. Like, not everything needs to have an IP address.
Gee, I would
unlike
hope
what I say about my house.
I would hope a defibrillator doesn't need to be connected to the internet.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? They're like, okay, come on, 3, 2, well, hold on. I dropped off the
Anyone
Wi-Fi.
have the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, you're gonna need it. And then you're like, it's capital T, $, $. Got to switch the keyboard over to the
Come
symbols.
on, you got to restart this guy's. I'm trying, but it's made me tap every picture with traffic lights.
Given the amount of money that they make, they don't have that kind of security attached to it. They were just like, no one's gonna hack this.
I mean, all these companies kind of have the same thing. Like iHeart, similar. Like
What?
you have protections from some stuff. We probably have some big company we're working with for IT security. We have our own IT security people. But a lot of these people are very creative and clever about hacking things. I just hope that they didn't get a hold of anything that's going to affect somebody in a hospital. I mean, that seems a little bad. But that's what they're targeting. They're targeting our hospital equipment. Sure, we might have blown up a school, and that's terrible. And there's very, very bad things about that, and they should investigate. We need to look at what's happening there. But that, if anything, was an accident. This is purposeful stuff. They're going after the hospitals. They're going after hotel rooms. They're going after high-rise buildings where people have nothing to do with this. They're going after tanker ships in the middle of the ocean that have no connection whatsoever to any of this. That's the kind of unhinged stuff we're looking at. So would they go after your Meemaw after happy hour when she needs the defibrillator? Possibly. We'll see. Real quick, a couple of emails. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Jeff emails the show. Hello, junkies. I want to chime in on those outsourced call centers. Oh, this came up yesterday because the FCC was trying to say they want to stop outsource call centers in some sectors to try to force those jobs back into the United States of America, which I was saying is like it's not going to be a successful thing. Either those jobs will eventually go to AI or the companies will start charging us all a lot more money, or probably both. Probably both of those things will happen. In the 80s and 90s, or in the 90s and early 2000s, I was a corporate trainer for a large wireless carrier, this person says. I taught customer service and tech services to those who took customer calls. We had a large call center in the Orlando area and then branched out to India. I went there for 9 weeks to train individuals in taking the calls, linguistics, and tech troubleshooting. They would take an American name and work on their American accents. That's cool. That's imagine the reverse
this is
of that.
Todd.
Like, can you imagine if all of a sudden the Indian economy blew up so much that they were outsourcing to the United States and we had to take on Indian names and Indian accents.
Like, thank you for calling. I'm Rajiv.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know.
Very
if you
lovely to
are
talk to you
Rajiv.
today.
These were the hardest working people I'd ever trained. That's true about Indian people. Very hardworking. They were very educated, and if I remember correctly, we paid them $15 to $20 per hour, and they could live like a king with housekeepers. They would work extra hard to get things done the right way, and when I came back to classes, I was shocked at the lack of work ethic I could get from the same people taking the job here. It was an eye-opening experience. Just thought I'd give you my point of view, says Jeff. Thank you for the email. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think work ethic is a thing that is just a cultural issue. Like I've talked a lot about in Paris in particular. The work ethic is such garbage that everything sucks. Like all the services suck. Everything sucks because no one wants to work. Every single French person in Paris you might meet thinks they're above their job, and their job should actually pay them 3 times as much. And half of them are useless people in the workforce. And if you have that, it's bad. Sometimes they go overboard. Like in Japan, the work culture is too much. in India, they work hard. You know, they're hardworking guys and girls.
In Japan, they like budget their time by the half hour to be more efficient.
Oh yeah. And if you leave work before other people, even if it's the end of the workday,
you have to jump.
Yeah, or you have to just sword to the stomach yourself, and it's a little too far there. Adam says to tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, I sent my daughter the song Iris after yesterday's show, the song from the Goo Goo Dolls, and asked her if she knew it. She said she didn't think she would know them. Then the second the song started playing, she knew exactly what song it was, says Adam. So there's
that
one
makes
young
sense
person.
Because I don't think the word iris is prominently featured, if at all, in the song Iris.
No. I mean, I want you to know who I am or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want the world to see me. I don't know what they would think the song was called, but probably not Iris, I don't think.
That was the song from City of Angels, was it? The Nick Cage
definitely
movie?
don't know that.
I haven't seen that in forever, but yeah,
Nick
I think
Cage
it was
and
for the
Meg
soundtrack.
Ryan.
Vicky emails the show. Hi, News Junkie. I listen to your show every day, and I really enjoy it. However, I cringe every time I hear the clip "Smoke weed every day."
Oh, crap.
Vicky says it's dated and sends a stupid message, especially for a younger audience. We have enough substance abuse in this world. Your message is just not right. Especially coming from a news source, yours truly, a daily listener.
All right.
Vicky, I didn't think we'd have to fight for our right to party over here.
Any
but
suggestions? Maybe I'll replace it with this newscaster
who
Yeah.
shouldn't have to fight for their right to party.
or just go the other direction. You know, something just really buttoned up.
Snort coke every day.
Inject heroin into your veins. Say it with me, America.
Murder kids every day. These might be a little edgy. I don't think.
Yeah, prescription medication you'll be addicted to, and if your doctor doesn't sign off on it, then I don't know what you're going to do in the streets.
Vicky,
every day.
It's from a song. I don't know. I mean,
It's called
not
The
that-
Next Episode.
Yeah. What percentage of Americans smoke weed? Are we pretending like this is still offensive? C-Lane,
But the reason I
give me a
play
poll.
The reason I play it is because that's it's kind of a tie-in, because there's a song, The Next Episode, and
right.
the end of it, but
It's been around for a very long time.
it's going to be a whole thing. Remember, we got written up in the Orlando Sentinel because of that line.
Yeah, it's not the first complaint we've had about that, or, believe it or not, Vicky, a lot of people detest when I play the gunshot sound. That one. People are like, I can't listen anymore. I'm going to NPR. Have fun with the pan flutes, nerd. Good luck over there with everybody talking in the same voice. You're going to have a good time.
We'll consider it. We'll consider it.
Approximately
Thank you,
15.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you. Go ahead.
Based on 2023 to 2024 Gallup data, approximately 15 to 16% of U.S. adults report that they currently smoke marijuana.
All right.
I wonder people who sometimes smoke. Like, I would think 30s, 40s.
Roughly 47 to 50% of American adults report having tried marijuana at least once in their lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't seem to be that.
What
big
if
of a
I
deal.
just replace weed with books?
Smoke books every day?
Vicky happy?
Yeah, maybe. She might not. I don't know. Vicky, let us know if what should be in its place, Vicky.
Ooh.
If you're going to come at us with criticism, come at us with solutions. I don't think there's any big deal about it at all. I think people would rage if you changed it at this point in time. But
if
here we
you
are.
all want to submit your audio dispatches of other replacements,
sure,
we'll try it out. Why not?
Send those over at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. When we come back, what the hell are they talking about? Sleeper cells. Sleeper cells. We'll get to the bottom of this. Also, how to get drugs into a prison yard. Crow
Whoa,
edition.
Vicky.
Bigfoot sightings popping up all over the place. I don't know. It's a weird week in the news, everybody. We'll dive in further. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Skull mic, activate. Assisted living facility, more like assisted drinking facility. You know what I mean? How are we, everybody?
This report YouTube, Twitch.
Wildfire season is upon us once again.
Weigh in, chat. I was a little worried. Thank God I don't eat breakfast in the morning. And my lunch isn't until like 3:30. Shirt too tight or no, chat? Courtney said no. Did she set me up? I mean, obviously it's a great shirt. But is the shirt too tight? Yes or no, chat? I feel like I need maybe 5 more pounds out of me for this. Shirt looks fine? You're just being nice. A wee bit too tight? Your fly is open. No, it's not. Looks great. It's slimming on you. Just a tad? Too long? No, it's not too long. How short is it supposed to be? If I go like this, it comes up like... You want like something like... You want a crop top? Too tight, we can see your liver? The shirt is fine, you're a little thick? Oh. The true ones are more painful. They are. Yikes. I won't pay for a crop top. Just a little. Buy that Versace top? Oh, God. Did you guys see this Versace top? We showed it on Secret Show, which, by the way, comes out Friday, 5 p.m. No Secret Shows tonight. We had to reschedule, so we did it on Tuesday, all right? Let me see. Right here. This is a Versace tank top. Courtney sent me this. A Versace tank top. It's $895. How is that not just your tees just hanging out? I mean, that would have to be a lot of Secret Show subs to wear that for the show. That would be quite a bit right there. Okay, we're going to get into sleeper cells. There's a lot of talk of sleeper cells. Trump is talking about sleeper cells. The Canadian Prime Minister. We got the stories about potentially Iran trying to sneak in a drone attack on California. People are skeptical about that. We'll get to all of that. We will get to all of that. But first, I want to be selfish for a moment. I want to be selfish for a moment. Got a little bit of an ordeal. So I have a fenced-in backyard. And in my backyard, chat, there appears to be a big possum. Big possum. Looks old, but all possums look old. Every possum looks like an old-ass animal. And it's a big possum, and it's all, possum-like. And when Lady goes out there, she goes nuts. She beelines for it. She tries to get the possum. The possum scurries up the fence to try to get out of there. The possum is like digging some holes and stuff. What do I do to get rid of the possum? I don't want to hurt it, but I like some expert advice, chat. What do I do to make the possum not want to be in the backyard? Because it's problematic. Lady goes out there, if she never barks at anything, but if she's out there and the possum is out there, she's in attack mode. She's going for it. Bazooka it. Catch it in a live trap and take it 10 miles away? How am I supposed to trap it? Put sriracha in his burrow. Really? Tame the possum and have it as a pet. Okay, guys. Get the ideas of keeping the possum out of the equation. The possum cannot stay in the backyard. So we're over to possum leaving possibilities. And I don't want to hurt it, but I also don't think I want to catch it. I don't really want to get a cage and stuff. Sriracha seems like the best idea. We're back in 90 seconds. Back live on the show with Sleeper Cell. Have Courtney bring it to Publix and drop it off there. I trapped a raccoon and it sucked. Bootsy says, my dog has killed 3 possums in our backyard. From what I can tell, and Bootsy, let me know if this is what you've seen too. I guess they don't have rabies and they're not like a big threat to the dogs because I was worried about that. I just don't want Lady to get attacked. I don't want the possum to get attacked. I just want the possum going somewhere else. I want them out of it. But I don't want to touch it. In fact, this is the same possum one time Josh was in the backyard and he got really slow and he like almost touched the possum on the fence. Really, really slow. They're dumb. Toadie's Possum Kingdom is a banger. True. Let me put that down. Toadie's Possum Kingdom. I don't know if any of this advice is correct. Call a wildlife trapper? That's probably a good idea. All right, we're coming back right now.
.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. I'm Anna Navarro, and on my new podcast, Bleep with Anna Navarro, I'm talking to the people closest to the biggest issues happening in your community and around the world. This week, I'm joined by investigative journalist Julie K. Brown. She is the utmost expert on the Epstein files.
The Justice Department, through, I think we counted 4 presidential administrations, failed these victims.
Open your free iHeart app, search Bleep with Anna Navarro, and listen now.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
Don't forget that merch drop, a new design. It's a tie-dye design, a brand new one. It's a micro drop. It's available, but only for a matter of hours here over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Get yours now. I don't know if I should trust the people in the chat room. Do you guys trust these people in the chat room who watch the show at all? Or
yeah,
some of them.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever I don't know if you've gotten any advice from any of these people. I don't know if I should trust them or not. I'll get into the next story in just a second here, but I have been dealing with a bit of an issue, and I might as well throw it out to the whole audience. And I'll take advice on this, and just whatever you got. Maybe you experienced this before. There's a problem. We got a backyard with a fenced-in area, and that's like Lady's territory. Lady, my dog,
Lady Tori.
She goes out there, and that's her area, so she defends it. If anything's back there, a squirrel or anything, she goes bananas. And there is a possum who has taken up home ownership in a corner of the backyard. Ooh. And the possum is digging little holes. And if I walk around back there, there's some soft spots where the possum keeps digging holes for stuff.
It's that time of year.
And Lady goes bananas trying to fight and eat the possum. They're going out. And I do not want to kill the possum. I don't want to touch the possum. Mm-hmm. People are like, all you have to do is trap it and bring it 10 miles away, Sean. Do I look like a man with the ability to trap an animal?
No.
And I don't have that.
You do.
I don't have that. But somebody said put sriracha in its holes, and that
what hole?
Some holes it's dug in the backyard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Squeeze the sriracha
Not what
in
you're
there.
thinking, Sabrina.
Okay. Well, I mean, that'd be one way to get rid of it.
You would have to trap it first.
Correct.
You mean you just go up behind the possum and right there
spoof
and
it.
Squeeze
it. Sorry.
Full of sriracha? That would probably do it too. I don't know what to do. And I read up on it a little bit. It looks like it's not a huge threat to Lady the dog. It looks like they don't carry rabies and stuff like that.
Possums are actually pretty chill despite how scary they look.
And they all look old as hell. This thing looks 1,000,000 years old. Kevin says, let Lady handle it. I don't want Lady to kill the possum. I don't want the possum to die. I don't want to touch the possum. I just want the possum to go live in another area.
Why don't you just put a tiny little gate around the hole? Leave
I don't want to
corner.
give the possum its own fence.
It's a short-term stay. temporary until it's digging the hole to probably have babies and then make its way throughout your neighborhood.
God, what are you out of your mind? You wouldn't do this.
Yeah,
somebody says, sounds like lady needs to be more welcoming. It's an animal that's a traitor in the backyard. It doesn't need to be there. We don't want this animal. It's not fighting on our behalf, and I want it out of here. Lady's fighting on our behalf. She's not a traitorous animal. But this other one is like in there for a little while, but then nefariously working against us and digging holes. So how do I get rid of the possum without touching it or lady getting hurt or the possum getting hurt? Okay, give me your advice on that. Professionals, please. tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
If you don't want to waste your good sriracha, you might do a sprinkle of cayenne pepper or something.
A little cayenne pepper inside the holes, and then it puts its face in there. Okay. Marla says you're on stolen land. Is it the possum's land? Because I'm not giving it up. Yeah,
survival
those wars
of
are
the
long
fittest
over
at this point.
Well, then I'm going to win. Then I'll just go out there with the trident and kill the possum. And
tell you what, you know what? We'll put the possum in. We'll give the possum some land that all the possums can live in, like a little colony. Something like that. A reservation.
Are you getting to Possum Kingdom? Is that what you're getting at?
No, I was going Indian reservation on stolen land, that kind of thing.
You could have gone with the casino thing. I would have been.
I was trying to get there, and you interrupted me.
Casino sounds fun.
Interrupted me with a Toadies reference.
Well. When I hear possum, I think Possum Kingdom. You don't?
I do.
And
sometimes.
I think young kids probably know Possum Kingdom too.
I think more know Iris than Possum Kingdom.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
For sure.
Sean with a tiny little trident. Why would my trident be tiny? I would get a huge trident. I would go out there. The possum would be trying to face off with me right between the eyes. Boom! I get that thing. But I don't want to. I'm not a violent person unless I have to be. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to touch that at all. All right, let's see what we got here for you. This is a totally different direction. I wanted to toss that out there.
Oh, possum.
While I'm worried about possums, you also need to be aware of sleeper cells because there's a lot of talk about this. And I might have to save this for the next segment. But this began on the show yesterday, and I know people have pretty strong opinions on this. But I'm just telling you what the FBI, what the governor of California, what law enforcement, what the Canadian Prime Minister, there's a long list of people who are who say that there are threats from the Iranian military to do things like go off the coast of California, secretly bring some of their drones on a ship, sneak them in to the waters off California and drone attack California. Who knows what they would hit in California? I don't know. I don't know if they would or could pull this off. I know that's what the FBI and law enforcement and the Trump administration and the Canadians and the Californians, I know they're all saying this, and ABC News reported yesterday, like, hey, there's somebody who might attack California with a drone. What would they attack? I don't know. Would they be able to do this? Don't forget, we're in the middle of at least a partial government shutdown, which does affect the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is the group of people that patrols the coast, and just in case you're not aware of this, and would protect us from some sort of attack where a ship made its way in and a drone was launched off of it. But from the time of launching a drone up and then crashing it into something kamikaze style, they could probably pull this off. And I'm sure there's somebody willing to do it. But that's what the authorities are saying. And now the topic has turned to sleeper cells, like this idea that there's these clandestine groups of people hiding beneath the surface who are ready to be activated to carry out some sort of attack on the United States or elsewhere. And Trump commented about this. The head of Canada, the PM of Canada talked about this. They're all saying that we should be worried about this. I don't know if there's anything to this. I'll play what they're saying. I'll play the clips of them talking about this so you can hear it. And you can decide for yourself if this is going to be a big threat to us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
That's got Mommy Winefest Girls Night Out written all
really?
With Bridgerton and those love scenes.
That's good to know. I'll go hang out at the exit.
Yep. That won't be creepy.
Oh, yeah. Fluff and wait. I'm going to fluff and wait.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes. Skull-like activated. I got a one possum sleeper cell. Trying to take me down. Governor of California is a chicken and won't fight back. Michael, what do you think Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, would actually do? Let's say the Iranians sneak in a couple of drones and they attack Disneyland. What do you think the governor of California's response would be? Do you think that Gavin Newsom wouldn't do anything?
Is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Serious question.
Before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead,
You go on vacation?
catch a ride service.
Maybe. Politicians tend to do that. Cruz did that too, to be fair.
Say goodbye to cookie-cutter barbershops and
He'd shoot glitter balls at the drones. He would hide. Hey, Tanya.
Convenient and upgrade to hammer and nails grooming for guys. They believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be, even in California, political suicide if the Iranians drone attacked Disneyland and you didn't respond. That's the thing that's kind of infuriating about a lot of people's reactions to the war in Iran. Let's talk specifically about that teacher yesterday. You guys remember the teacher with the rant in the classroom? He's ranting about everything, and he's like, the United States bombed a girls' school and killed 160 little girls. And it's like, let's say that happened. I don't think all the investigations are done. It looks like it might have happened. It might have been the United States. And they might have had old intel and a huge catastrophe and a horrible thing to accidentally bomb a school and kill 100 and something people. That's so bad. That's so fucking terrible. So bad. But the teacher that's so hyped about that, and he's like, the United States is bad. They bombed the school. Like, nobody with a brain thinks the United States purposely bombed the school. But you could bet your ass the Iranians are purposely bombing all sorts of civilian stuff, right? But people like that teacher have no gas for that at all. No gas at all for the Iranians, like, purposely, like, going after high rises and public gathering areas and anything they can to kill civilians. You don't have the same level of anger about one side versus the other. But I think if it came down to it, and they start droning California, I think even Gavin Newsom would be hitting war drones. Even him. Even him. The Democrats think we bombed the school? We might have bombed the school. The problem is a lot of far left people think the United States is inherently evil. And colonialism is the root of all evil. And America is bad. And therefore, we did this terrible thing. It's the only thing to focus on, and we must have done it on purpose. When the people on the other side of this war literally do that stuff on purpose. Kind of crazy. These terrorists can hit Hollywood and hit the studio where they make the movies. They could. Where do you think they would target? If they had drones ready to go, mystery attack off of California, and they wanted to pull off something big, like New York is obvious. We know that. Where would they attack in California? What do you think? What do you think? Big Doug Millionaire. I'm not saying, I didn't say liberals, I said far left. And I'm not speaking for all of them. I'm saying a lot of people on the far left actually do believe that. Just like a lot of people on the far right believe a lot of crazy stuff there too.
Your business deserves tools to make you
I think you understand that.
Not overwhelmed.
Free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed.
With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is...
So what to do? They look evil, don't they? Of all the animals that look like they're up to something, the possums and the armadillos look like they're really bad characters.
I don't know. I have to disagree. Have you seen possum babies?
Possum babies are adorable, but the minute they get like 6 months old, they look 800 years old. And then, Sabrina, they look like...
They look like you wouldn't want to be bitten or scratched by them.
Yeah, you want to stay away, but I guess they're actually not that bad if they get you.
Overwhelming response from the people on like the texting service, and probably some of the chatters have been saying this, are that they're actually really good to have in your backyard. They eat a lot of bugs and ticks and stuff that you wouldn't want around Lady in the first place.
Oh, okay. I guess I wasn't considering the positive side of it. What about the holes? Isn't it bad if they're digging a whole bunch of holes back there?
They're not the only hole diggers.
Yeah, but they're only hole diggers in my backyard. That's what I'm worried about.
Are you
not
sure
worried
it's
about the whole
that?
world.
Not the squirrels and the moles and the raccoons?
I have
But most importantly, the stupid squirrels?
I have no idea what's digging holes in my backyard. I've seen a possum out there before, but I mean, some people say it's moles. I don't know what a mole looks like. I know Swiss cheese out there.
The moles don't usually make little surface holes, from what I can tell. If there's like surface holes, I think it tends to be another animal or a possum or something, because the moles are just creating little tunnels to move around in.
Okay.
And mostly it's just a series of tubes like the internet that they're building down there, and they crawl through. I'm no mole expert, but that's what I've heard. And then it looks like the thing I saw was just a couple of little holes together, like the possum's digging in there and trying to get some grubs and stuff. But I didn't consider that. Maybe it is a net positive thing. It's just the problem is that Lady wants to attack it, and I don't want that happening all the time.
And then somebody asked me, like, is it snakes? And I was like, I don't think snakes dig holes. Do snakes dig holes?
Maybe some of them, but
Listen, I have been through this before. There's also rats that dig holes.
I hear this is a weird thing that the audience... I thought this was the #1 show for mole information. Maybe. This is one of the weird things.
Get to the song.
Of all the weird things that the audience does, this is one of them. So I'm telling you, I know from confronting this animal in my backyard many times, face to face, that there's nothing else in my backyard except for this particular possum that has taken refuge in the corner of the backyard. I see him. I see the holes he's digging. I see Lady go after him. I see his eyes in the bush, the bougainvillea or whatever it is, at the end of the night. I see that he's there. I see his territory. I've got the land laid out. I'm thinking of plans. I'm trying to ask things. And they're like, have you ever considered, Sean, that you're actually completely retarded and it's not just really this animal and this animal? Well, come on. I know it's the possum. I see the possum. I can see it with my eyes. I want to know how to deal with the possum. That's the thing I'm looking for. All right, and I'm abusing the airwaves for my own personal war.
I mean, a little
here.
bit, but I don't know if you saw the most recent email.
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to lift the curtain a little bit, but there's a lot of animal drama here at HQ.
Is there really?
Big time.
What happened at HQ? What's going on?
How about you have those possum hold the Colony of Bees beer?
Oh, I did see that.
That is a whole thing going on right now. I saw like a video of it. I think it was on Real Radio's Instagram.
Yeah,
but
it is.
Now we have like the entire building on high alert.
Okay.
Do not touch them. Don't look at them in the eyes. They're just protecting the queen, and we're going to deal with this. But right now it's kind of we don't know what's going to happen. Everyone gets stung.
Did you see the station?
By the way, this is the point where the texting service would go, are you sure it's not actually snakes? Are you sure? Do you
I
know
can tell a
for
beat
sure?
from a snake. Thank you.
Yeah, I would think so. I saw the picture of this. It's a huge beehive outside iHeart HQ, like a massive one.
It's not even the hive. That's the craziest part. It's just
like a
the
giant
bees surrounding the queen.
They're on a limb. They're on like a tree limb, and they're all in this big mosh pit of bees. I guess surrounding like the queen or something. Did they fly at you when you came into iHeart or no?
I did. They did not.
We don't go in that area.
But I'm gonna go look next break on a second. I want to see it.
I didn't see it this morning because I went looking. I saw that they had kind of coned off the area, but I couldn't find it.
I'm so curious.
I definitely wasn't going outside to look at this thing.
Do the bees respect the cones?
No, they coned off the area so people don't park there.
Oh, there's like parking spots that are off limits?
Because it's right under where the bees are. You could pull in there not realizing what happened and get out of your car and be like, oh my gosh.
All right. Well, we are abusing the airwaves for our personal grievances today. How do we get rid of the bees or wasps or whatever? How do we get rid of the possum? Ideally, we would not like to not kill anything, I think. I think we're all in agreement. We don't want to just murder animals. So we'll see. By the way, I got a lot of email about this.
I was right. I was right about snakes. They don't dig, most of them. But they do find the holes that other animals dig and just hang out there. They're like, this is my hole now.
So somebody else does the work, and then they just pop in and they hang out there?
All
right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a bunch of emails to get to, and we will get to those at some point during the show today. But I told you there was some talk of sleeper cells, and that's frightening. I mean, there's talk of, will Iran sneak in a drone on a mystery ship off the coast of California, as the feds are telling us is their plan, as all the law enforcement people are telling us is their plan? Are they planning on doing this? What would they attack in California? Here's Trump talking about potential Iranian sleeper cells, which, if you don't know, this would be like a group of people either affiliated or loosely affiliated with the Iranian government who were planning from the inside of the United States to take us down, to activate this sleeper cell, as they call it. I don't know why they call them sleeper cells, but maybe like they're asleep and they get awakened for the mission or something. And then they would do something in the United States of America. Here's Trump talking about the sleeper cells that could be a threat. Here you go.
They try to hit us back. Have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border. But we know where most of them are. We've got our eye on all of them, I think.
Is it dozens?
They came in through the open border policies of Sleepy Joe Biden. One of the worst president in the history of our country. And we've got our eyes on all of them. But the war itself is being prosecuted at a level that nobody's seen before.
All right, I want to ask to me, it's a simple question. I am not a military expert. I am just a guy with a microphone right here in front of me. If we know where all the sleeper cells are, why don't we go get the sleeper cell people?
That's a great question.
If we are, he said, we know where they are, most of them. We got our eye on all of them in between the Sleepy Joe stuff. If we know where the sleeper cells are, and sleeper cells equal bad terrorist groups ready to activate inside the United States, why don't we arrest the sleeper cell people? Are we going to wait? What are we waiting for if that's the case?
Well, they're napping right now, Sean.
There's more on sleeper cells, though. I don't know if these guys are awakened or not, but here's Doug Ford. I told you this is not just in the United States. Doug Ford in Canada. He's talking about sleeper cells.
Have you got any indication of police that these shootings at the synagogues and this shooting at the consulate are related in any way to same people involved?
Yeah, no, we haven't had any information on that.
Canadian
but again, this is just me speaking. I believe there's sleeper cells all over the world, as we know. They're in the U.S., they're in Canada here, and we have to weed these people out and hold them accountable. Because, again, folks, we all grew up here, very peaceful, loving communities all across the province, and for these people to be doing this, they need to be caught, and they need to be thrown in jail.
All right, so he said, I believe that this is the Premier of Ontario, Canada, Doug Ford. He said that there were sleeper cells, and they were active in Canada, in the U.S., and elsewhere. The U.S. consulate in Canada was shot at by some gunmen. Now, I do believe that there are nefarious characters, and you had the guy in Austin, Texas, who put on the Iranian shirt, and went out and like shot up the people at the bar in Austin, Texas. I do believe that those kind of crazies can be activated by this stuff. But if there are sleeper cells that are Iranian sleeper cells in the United States waiting to do something to fight back, what are they waiting for exactly?
For us to stop talking about it?
We're bombing all of the ships. I think they barely have any ships left. We're bombing all of their planes. We're bombing like all of the military infrastructure that they have. We've bombed their nuclear facilities. We've spent billions and billions of dollars bombing the Iranians over the course of 2 weeks and devastating their military and their infrastructure for the military in the country of Iran. So much so that they're saying we're like running out of targets right now. What are the sleeper cells waiting for if these guys actually exist? What is there like right when we think we're done and they're like, we'll get them now? Like, I would think they would want to act, I don't know, a couple of weeks before this all happened. Maybe when the bombing starts, they start fighting back. The sleeper cell should probably have a timeline that makes a little more sense than this. I think this is maybe a little bit of fiction. I think there's a little bit of fiction at play here. We watch a little too many movies. There are bad guys. There are people who seek to, get retribution and all that. A lot of them are just rando crazies. And I just don't know. If they were waiting sleeper cells in these countries to do something, I feel like now would be the time, or before now would have been the time. But do you believe that this is actually a threat, or that California could be in danger, all of that stuff? Or do you think this is hype? Let me know what you think.
By definition, is a sleeper cell an independent group of, militants that would come over here and kind of wait and then do something? Or are they awaiting orders from Iran who, might not have the infrastructure to give those orders?
All right, here's sleeper cell.
Sleeper cell.
A secretive, all right, so that's one thing for a secretive group of spies or terrorist agents that remain inactive within a target population until ordered to act.
Until ordered, okay.
Yeah. So ordered by somebody. It doesn't have to be like the official Iranian government, but ordered by somebody, spies or terrorists, to do something. I just feel like the order would have come down by now.
Does it say how long sleeper cells can go about sleeping?
No, just barely any info on this, but we'll see what everybody thinks. Send your dispatches and emails in over at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. There was an effort to sneak some drugs into a prison, and it's maybe one of the most clever moves to try to get drugs into prison that I've heard of in a very long time. So I do want to talk about how they pulled this off, and we got a whole lot more for you, including your feedback on everything we discussed so far. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
From director Steven Spielberg.
This is
Skull mic activated. Welcome behind the scenes. We've got sleeper cells, drone attacks, possums, and bees. Oh my! Matt says, Florida and Mar-a-Lago is right there. Like, as in they should attack Mar-a-Lago? Haven't they already tried that?
Before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year,
Like 3 times or something?
all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead,
Hello?
designate a sober driver. Catch a ride.
This is, you can't do this.
Designated sober driver. Commit to staying sober.
Okay, listen, I have a question for you chat people, okay? Courtney, it's hot outside. So she's running out of water on her run, and she doesn't like drinking out of water fountains? Why don't you like drinking out of water fountain?
Because there's so many homeless people downtown.
Because the water fountains are gross or whatever. So she goes, I have to get a bigger...
Also, there's only one water fountain on my route.
It's just a water fountain,
I don't
though.
like it.
Fill up your water bottle at the water fountain, then you have a full one again.
It's gross.
You don't want the water fountain water?
No.
So she's going to run, and she needs more water to run with. Here's the water bottle that she's running with. I told her, this is ridiculous. This is a way, you can't run.
Yes, I can.
How many miles are you going?
Like 7.5.
7.5 miles. It's like a 2-liter bottle. You're going to carry this the whole time.
I'll have to alternate hands.
Yeah, of course you will. You're going to have massive guns. It's too big, chat. They're gonna say it's way too big. Too big to run with. Yes. Good luck.
Thank you.
Just bring a normal water bottle and fill it up.
No.
It's ridiculous. That's gonna cause back issues.
No, it won't. I have good posture.
Get a helmet with drink holders. That would be funny. I would like that. Get a camel pack. All right. See you later. Okay. I know how it's gonna go. She's gonna get tired of carrying that thing. It's ridiculous. You're gonna carry that thing for 7 miles? She needs the Canteen Water Sports Bra. She's running. Leave her alone. When you run as far as she does, then you can judge. Well, first of all, I do run. Not nearly as far as she does. But I would never want to carry anything like that with me. And I would stop at a water fountain. But if I did bring a water bottle, I'd bring like a small water bottle that I could, drink and then fill up somewhere. I guess I'm not as scared of the water fountains as she is. That does not look like very healthy water. The water is red. Oh, it's like, electrolytes and a little bit of flavor mixed in. Back in 1 minute. With a great effort to try to sneak drugs into prison. The lengths that these people went to, unbelievable. I'll tell you in a second. I fill at the fountains too. She's gonna have Popeye forearms. True. Actually, Hobby Channel is right to a certain extent. It could be a weapon if somebody does try to attack. She's got pepper spray though. She has like a pepper spray on her, so if somebody does something, she can get at them. But it's just such a big bottle to run with. Crazy. All right, we're coming back. Coming back live on the show. Please hit like on the stream. Like.
Free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Marie's Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is
fun of the world's most viral newsroom. And I have a story for you about people getting very clever, very, very clever when trying to sneak drugs into prison. Wait until you hear what they did to get drugs into prison in just a moment. Join us on the show with the dispatch and email, etc. Grab those shirts. The tie-dye design, extremely limited, available in 2 colors. These things are going to pop. They're really, really good looking. And they're selling, I think, even faster right now than the previous design in this 2-part design drop. So go get them right now on your phone, your laptop, whatever, at thenewsjunkie.com. Oh, damn, I just realized what I have in front of me.
What happened?
This is not great, but the conversation I want to have about this story is larger than airplanes. It's not just about airplanes and the airport and talking about things at airports and airlines.
Damn it.
It's deeper. It's deeper than that. But I guess this is about airplanes.
What a shocker, what a surprise. It's a tough story as long as it flies. This next clip is wild and insane. And as you might have guessed, we're back on a plane.
Technically it is. Yeah, back on a plane a little bit. This happened in Salt Lake City, Utah. There's a man who is in big trouble. All right. He's been charged. He's been arrested and charged for what he did. And his job was to clean the airplanes. We talked about how Southwest is getting a little lazy and they don't want to clean planes anymore, save for maybe like the premier seats that they're going to clean up a little bit. And we've talked about how other airlines are like pretty dirty. They don't clean them up a lot. But every once in a while, they do these deeper cleans. And this guy was on one of these teams. Faliki Tiua.
That's a fun
26, name. Filiki is the guy's name. Faliki, 26 years old, was charged with theft of lost property, a second-degree felony. What did this guy do? Well, there was a guy on a Delta flight headed to Salt Lake City. This guy, I'm going to call him Dummy. I'm going to call this guy Dummy, and you'll know why in just a moment here. This guy is flying. Now, when you guys are flying on a commercial plane, Sabrina and Selim, do you ever put anything into the seat back? Do you ever like put anything in there to store it for the flight?
Sure. I try not to store things there.
What would you put in there? Like what? Just as an example of something you might put in the seat in front of you, like the seat back.
I don't do it every time, but if I am charging my phone, I have like put it there.
Okay.
And don't come at me about the germs, and I know.
Wallet.
It was just there at the time.
So you might put your phone or your wallet or like some stuff that you have on your person that you'd like put in there.
Honestly, some tissue.
You probably wouldn't put anything really valuable in there, right?
No.
I would think you would avoid that. That's why this guy's a dummy. And I want to tell you the story, and then you tell me what you think about the punishment here. This guy was headed on a flight to Salt Lake City, and he put his Omega watch, valued at between $7,000 and $9,000, in the seat back.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
A $7,000 to $9,000 watch. He puts it in the back of the seat in front of him. Who does that?
And do we only know this because he lost it? Because I am smelling scam.
Yeah, we know this because he lost it. He lost it on the flight. He said it was a $7,000 to $9,000 value on this Omega watch. He put it in the seat back. When he got off the plane, he realized his watch was missing. Bro, I would not have gotten off that plane. I would immediately been like, I'm sitting in the seat. Where's my expensive thing?
Yeah.
If I had $8,000 cash around me, I would go, oh, okay, I know where this is at all times. I'm not going to put it somewhere and then go, oh, where was that $8,000?
In that briefcase that makes it all sketchy during TSA. The idea that he took off the watch, because sometimes you take off your watch. Fine.
Sure.
Put it in your pocket. You put it in your bag that you're tucking under the seat. You put it anywhere but that front pocket, and then you want to go, well, I forgot it. Obviously, it was stolen. Mm-hmm. I am smelling fishy. So bad that this guy's just trying to get some sort of insurance claim.
Well, what happened to finders keepers as well? You leave your
Apparently
watch.
It's not a thing
on a plane. I know this is not good in a courtroom, but in the court of public opinion, this idiot left his $7,000 to $9,000 Omega watch in the back of the seat.
Exactly.
That's stupid. He called the flight crew. Nobody had seen the watch. Police were contacted, and the serial number of this Omega watch was put into the national database. This is why it's important to write down your serial number on stuff. The watch was sold to a pawn shop in Salt Lake City, and police were contacted after the serial number appeared on the database. Detectives learned that the watch was sold to the pawn shop by Tiua's brother, who lives with him. According to the charges, they said they saw that he works for the company that cleans airplanes after they land in Salt Lake City.
I'm sorry. His brother
sold the watch. No. His brother sold the watch to the pawn shop. He is the one who cleans the airplanes in Salt Lake City, and he cleaned the specific plane where this guy's watch was left, tracing it back to him. And now he's been charged with stealing it, a second-degree felony. The airplane cleaning company has strict and clear rules on turning in lost property. What do you say? Throw the book at this guy? Or is there a little personal responsibility here with your $7,000 to $9,000 watch, just tossing it away like it's a used napkin or something in the seat back? Jesus.
Yes, absolutely personal responsibility. But two, just because you left your car unlocked doesn't mean anyone could steal from it or steal it. So,
yeah, I mean, I understand that the right thing to do I don't understand your theory of this being like an inside job, but I understand.
I misunderstood. I thought you said the brother of the guy who lost his watch happens to clean the planes and sold in the pawn shop. Now that it all makes sense. Yeah, maybe not so much an inside job, but you've heard of people like claiming that a car has been stolen, or I just saw something on TikTok. The golf cart was nowhere to be found, and then they were caught immediately because they wanted to make an insurance claim and get the money because you could report it stolen and no one asks any questions or does the investigation.
You keep insurance on a watch like that, though?
You can. That's an expensive watch right there. I tried to be a watch guy for like 5 seconds, and I realized, what the hell? I am doing this,
big
man.
Watch. What was it, gold?
It was a Tag Heuer, and it was only like a $4,000 watch or something, $3,000 or $4,000 watch, and the $8,000 watch is like, I don't know how. I wouldn't want to wear that around. I don't want to wear $8,000 on my arm. You're crazy, some of you people. You watch people are nuts. The watch collectors amongst our audience, you are the craziest of crazy that you'll put like 20 grand on your wrist and just walk around. Look down at your wrist right now. If you're wearing anything more expensive than an Apple Watch, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Go use your money for something else. Go do something else with it, for God's sake.
What I want to do for those folks that have the very expensive tens of thousands of dollars in watch on their wrist, tell me time. 3, 2, 1. Tell me the time. 3, 2, 1. What's the time?
Hasn't worked in years, but it's a $40,000 Rolex.
Can't read analog, but all right.
My dad was always really into this stuff. And I remember when he worked for IBM and he got to his 40 years, I think. Was it 40 years or 30 years or something? Working for IBM. And they had this big ceremony and the family went and stuff. A quarter century working for IBM as an employee. And they go, congratulations, Russell Lawson. Here you are. And they presented him with a Movado watch. Whoa. And my dad, with that Movado watch, like if I wandered in their room, he'd be like, what are you doing in my room? You messing with my watch? You touching my Movado watch?
Where'd the watch go?
He would call it by the brand. He would be like, you touching my Movado watch? I'd be like, I'm not touching the watch, Dad. And anytime I was around it, where's my watch? Is my watch okay? Every single time that we had any kind of issue, he was worried about this watch. And then I remember when I got a little older and I looked into it, I think the watch cost like $800. And he was saving this thing. Like he was thinking his son was stealing the watch from him because this is an $8,000 watch. You're unhinged for carrying it around. You're unhinged for putting in the seat back of a plane. You almost deserve it a little tiny bit.
My thing is, though, like, okay, I get that what he did definitely violated the terms of his employment with, what was it, Southwest? Was this Southwest?
Yeah. Hold on.
Does it say what airline? Doesn't matter.
It just says it's a company that cleans all the planes, I guess, at Salt Lake City.
So you definitely...
It was a Delta flight, though. Delta.
You messed up there with your company. Like, that's against the rules. They probably have protocols of where lost items are supposed to go, yada, yada, yada. But let's take this out of the airport or out of like something where a company would get involved and just say, like, you're walking down the street and you see a watch just like sitting on a stoop somewhere,
shining,
and you go, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to just leave that there until the person who owns it comes claim it?
Hell no.
If I grab it and I have the intention of helping reunite it with its owner, like, do I have some sort of obligation to do that? Or is the moment he committed the crime when it was pawned?
Yeah, I think for him, I think you're right. He violated the employee guidelines, I'm sure. And I don't know how it would work at iHeart. Like, Sabrina's left stuff around there, and I think it's gone missing and whatnot.
Excuse me?
You've left things around the office and it's gone missing. Like you've lost things at the office and you have to like report it. Like, I can't find this or that.
Name them.
And sometimes, I don't know. Have you lost glasses at the office? And everyone was looking for your glasses?
Yeah, no, it wasn't at the office. Someone actually did steal them by accident, but I did put it out there. And I at least appreciate that when that all call went out, just like the Bee Colony email, people were coming up to me like, I'm so sorry you lost those Ray-Bans.
But like,
if somebody was caught grabbing those, you left them on a table, let's say, and somebody grabbed them, you think they're fired from iHeart?
Oh, no. But it's going to be weird if we run into each other in the kitchen.
Because then what C-Lane says comes into play, because like, what if he just grabbed them and brought them home and then didn't sell them? The moment he sells them, now it's like, cuff them, Dano, you know?
Okay, but what if they're using it too? Is that, I mean, I guess those two people would have never met up in real life again, so he could have just...
I don't know.
Walked around with the cool watch on?
I remember
I know he's in trouble.
Working at a theme park, like if somebody left something somewhere, and it happened all the time, you had to bring it to Lost and Found. But you could put your name on it, like on the paperwork for it, and after a certain amount of time, they would give it back to you. Yeah.
So Finders Keepers does actually exist after some amount of time.
It applied for that, but like, how does that translate into the legal world? Because at what point after I've tried to find the owner of this watch, like, what do I do? I don't think the state of Florida has a lost and found.
True. Okay. I see what you're saying. So maybe that's something that needs to come into play. HB number after 2 months. It is.
There must be laws on that already, though. Put that on the Mo list. Let's ask Mo about the Finders Keepers law. I'm sure we've done this before. I'm sure at this point we've somehow come across.
Is Finders Keepers real?
it's like
honestly, now that you say that, we definitely have asked him about it, but we forgot, so we have to revisit.
People saying, I have a Tag Carrera automatic. I don't even know what that is. I don't know if that's a car. I'm assuming it's a Tag watch. I can't wear it at work because my boss has a cheap Tag professional battery type. So I can't wear my watch worth 8 times as much as my boss at work. Oh, God, the problems you have. All I'm saying is, if you leave your stuff somewhere, it does seem like it's a little bit on you. Not all the way on you, and people shouldn't just take things, but like a little bit on you. You leave your stuff behind. You got to keep track of your things. Be responsible when you have an $8,000 watch. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, here's the story I teased there for a sec. Let's see. This is a true story. These women in Texas are in trouble because they tried to fly meth into prison. All right? They tried to fly meth into this prison. They were approached by somebody and paid $40,000 to smuggle the meth into the prison. And the craziest thing was, the idea was pretty clever that they had. The idea was, take this, it's a fake crow, and they used a drone to fly these crows, and the crows would be stuffed with drugs, phones, and tobacco into this prison in Louisiana. And now they're in trouble, obviously. Melanie Worthington, 38, Cassie Cole, 41, allegedly piloted these fake crows to the federal prison in Louisiana, Grant Parish, which is in the center of the state.
That's
pair
the crow?
told, yeah, it's like I'll put it up on See It Now. It's a plastic crow. The pair has told authorities they were paid $40,000 to pull off the drop-off scheme, according to a press release from the police. And let me see, do they have other photos of this? Again, I'll put this up on See It Now during the break. Oh, this is one of the women who was arrested. There's the women who got arrested for this. They were offered $40,000 to take this crow that has like a drone on it.
I mean, it ain't bad.
That's a big payday. Yeah, that's not too bad. Authorities have not confirmed whether a single drop-off was made using the fake crows or a series of deliveries. They've been charged with possession of methamphetamine with the intent to distribute and for taking contraband into a penal institution. They also face a charge of synthetic marijuana possession with intent to distribute. She does not look happy in her mugshot. I'll link to this story on the See It Now post. They said there was one of the plastic crows, which was fitted with a black beak and eyes on it. The fake bird was wrapped in tape and had a white package strapped to its back. And they flew the fake birds over the fence and into the prison here. They've done this before, and they've had a lot of problems at this particular facility. The same facility had a 23-year-old man who tried to smuggle not one, not two, But 12 gallons of vodka into the same facility.
Gallons.
Okay, party time.
That's a lot. That is a lot that you're dealing with there. So there you go. They get pretty clever when they're trying to get the drugs into the prisons.
The drone thing, it seems like an easy way. You fly it over there, drop something down.
Obviously, they sucked at flying drones, right? Because if not, they wouldn't have been caught.
Yeah, couldn't you just take the flying drone, Sealand, and fly it from so far away that they didn't know where you were? Like you could be like miles away or something?
Miles is a little much, but it's possible, depending on which one you have. Also, there are like things you could buy literally on Amazon that seem to be made for doing stuff like that. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's like you might need to be a little closer to use this thing, but it's like a thing you could strap onto your drone and carry like a little payload, and then you hit a button that on what looks to be like
bird poop.
No, it would probably look like that if you were flying a fake bird. But you have like a little remote, like it looks like a key fob for your car. And you just hit the button and it drops the payload, right?
Really?
And the ad on Amazon
sneaky.
Says like, this is perfect for, engagement surprises or gender reveal parties. And I'm like, all I can think of is dropping contraband into a prison.
That's what it's for. That's what it's really for. They probably get away with this a lot.
Or like, flying it by a cruise ship and like here giving your friend some more contraband.
Some dubs.
I know I have. Maybe this is how Iran is going to drone attack us.
Whoa.
The birds aren't real thing was right all along. That's what this turns into. Yeah, I want to tell you, I often do this. It's one of the most common things I do on this show. I solicit for feedback that I know I never am going to get. There's no hopes of me getting it. I'm not going to get a dispatch on this or an email on this, but I might as well try. If you've been in prison and somebody smuggled stuff in a creative way, like a drone that's a crow or anything similar, hit us up. Send a dispatch in or an email, tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to some emails in a bit. We'll get you queued up for the next episode. Oh, that's coming up? Oh, shoot. Okay, we have this interview with these people on the boomer phone thing. Oh, shoot, we're way behind for that. All right, quick break. We're back with that in just a moment. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Deep vein thrombosis and a blood clot.
No, they told me I have to give blood once a month in order to make sure I don't get that.
So you're just hormonal. It's like when women are, but you're going through your hormones right now. You're hormonal.
Technically, that might be a way to say it.
And I think men are definitely hormonal at times.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Claus.
Hello. Welcome to the show. I believe the people from that boomer phone story may be joining us for an interview in just a moment here. Stand by. I believe the boomer phone people might be joining us. So if you have any questions for them, get those ready, chat. If you missed this, these are the people who set up a phone at Boston University, and the students can pick it up, and on the other end it goes to Nevada in an assisted living facility, and boomers answer the phone, and then the boomers can call the zoomers, and we heard there was all sorts of other stuff going on. Yeah, to call a Democrat, call a Republican. Still don't know if that part was true. Let me see. Yeah, call a Democrat, call a Republican. Same group, that is true. Okay, we'll ask them about that too. They want to justify a big grant they're using? What, the company that's doing this? How much money is the grant for, if you've seen it? $200 to $300 in Florida to get a phone smuggled in? Hello? Yeah, well, no, you should be able to talk to her, I think. Or I can, if you just bring her up.
I think that's all on your end.
Okay.
But I don't even know where I would see it. I'm seeing your screen feed, remember?
Yeah, she's not connected yet. I can see that there's nobody on there yet. I'll keep an eye on her. If somebody pops on, I'll try to talk. kids get in trouble if they troll and are rude to the elderly? Ooh. I mean, what kind of trouble are they going to get into? Oh, there she is. Hang on. Stand by. Hello, hello? Can you hear me? Oh, hang on 1 second. We might have you muted internally on our system. We got somebody coming back in just a moment, and we'll get your audio all tuned in. But first of all, I'm sorry I'm running a little late this morning. But we're going to be back in 2 minutes. Okay? 2 minutes. We'll have a fun interview. It'll be good. I am Sean, by the way. You'll also be talking to Sabrina and C-Lane. C-L-A-N-E. Those are the 3 people on the show. And C-Lane will be back in just a moment to make sure he can hear you and everything.
Do you think it's a button on his
hang on. I think I might be able to do it. Hold on. Let's try this. Can you hear me now? Hello? Yeah, I think he needs to unmute something. But we'll get it. No worries. We got 2 minutes, and then we'll have him get you all set up for him. There he is, right there. See, let's see if we can get the audio on her working. Does the Mini 3 audio need to be on?
The room needs to be on. Okay.
All right, room is on and up. I couldn't hear anything.
Hey, are you there, Calla?
I am.
All right, we can hear you.
Perfect.
Cool. We've got about a minute, a little over a minute and a half left in this break, and then we'll get right to you.
Cool.
Take 5. The stay in your car.
All right, folks, we do have an interview with this lady. Let's see what happens. The boomer phone interview. Thank you.
It's stolen, they fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. Tournament coverage.
Launches a 3. Got it.
NFL free agency.
Buffalo's got their quarterback, their running back. Now they've got their number 1.
And the first pitch of the new baseball season.
At the wall! Oh, my goodness!
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local sports stations. Catch the latest news on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Open the free app, search sports, and listen now.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Newsroom, thanks for hanging out. Learn more about the show. Tons of feedback coming in today. We got your dispatches and emails all teed up in a bit. We got a lot more coming up on the show today. We talked yesterday about this, I guess it's like an experiment, a social experiment thing, and they debuted this outside Boston University, outside some coffee shop, and you could pick up this phone that says call a boomer. It's like a payphone, which is, you barely see payphones anymore, but it's like a payphone that says call a boomer in all big giant letters. And in some effort to bridge generational gaps, you could pick up the phone, these college kids at Boston University, and talk to an oldo in, I think in like Nevada or something. Mm-hmm. And I think it works the other way too. I think they have like a call a Zoomer thing.
I believe so.
where they can pick up a phone on their end and the old people can talk to Zoomers.
It's very interesting. Like the whole project being connecting generations that may be experiencing loneliness and all run by Matter Neuroscience.
Yeah. And we've got somebody from Matter Neuroscience. Sabrina tracked down this Kala Kessler. And first of all, Kala, thanks for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you.
Of course, happy to be here.
All right, tell us about this call a boomer situation. All right, like, are people actually using these phones?
They sure are. So the Call a Boomer is actually the second iteration of this project we did. The first version, we had two phones. We had a phone in San Francisco and then one in Abilene, Texas, which are the most liberal and conservative cities in the U.S. And so we had that up for like a month. And we had over 350 calls connected and 400 voicemails left.
Really?
And yeah, we had a really positive response. People felt very like optimistic and encouraged by these conversations. And so we were like, let's keep this project alive and find a new way to connect to different demographics. And so we decided to do young people and older people.
So you're telling me there was a phone in Texas and a phone in San Francisco. One was call a Democrat and you would talk to the people in San Francisco, call a Republican, you talk to people in Texas.
That's fascinating.
And they didn't yell at each other. It wasn't just about like there was actual productive conversations happening.
What year was this?
Yeah.
This was earlier in February. Yes.
Wow.
You know, we weren't sure how it was going to go initially, but we were pleasantly surprised. And I think that just goes to show that when you're not leaving an anonymous comment online, and you're actually connected to a fellow human being on the other end, it just forces you to find common ground and encourages conversation. And sometimes it edged on politics, and other times it was just, what are you doing today?
Now, you look a little young, Kala. Have you called a boomer on this service? Have
Sean, you sound so
tried this
old when
out?
you say that.
I have not called a boomer because I'm based in Brooklyn, so I haven't made it up to Boston, but I would love to. I can call my grandma.
Are you guys listening in on these phone calls between the boomers and the Zoomers?
We are. So all the conversations are recorded, and we will share them on our social feed, Matter Neuroscience, on Instagram.
Okay. Question about Matter. First of all, was it hard to find payphones to do this, or were they pretty easy to come by and kind of reconstruct? It seems like finding payphones this time might be easy, but also they might be a little grimy and in disrepair. How was that process?
Yeah, so Facebook Marketplace has just about anything you can imagine.
Nice.
And so
Can
my colleague
confirm.
Logan, he went on and he's found 4 of them so far since we had the 2 in Texas or in California and then the 2 Boston and Reno. So he's acquired 4 different payphones and then refurbished them with an internet phone SIM card that is programmed to only call the other phone. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so people go up to the phone, you pick it up, and it just is. So if I'm at Boston University, I pick up the call a boomer line. When I pick it up, does it ring at this old people's home?
It does.
All
It
right.
rings, and if someone's walking past, they can pick it up, or you can leave a voicemail if no one's around.
All right. Do you get to actually listen back to all of them?
Yeah,
We
they're
do.
posting
Yep.
it.
Well, I haven't heard any of these. I've got to hear some of them. Is there one I can
check
play?
them out.
So, Sabrina, if you could find one that I could play, I'd love to hear, like, what are the calls going back and
And
forth.
while I look for it, the overall, like, I imagine you have a deadline for it, and then what is the stats that you all are trying to, like, put together? Or is it just simply social experiment? Can lonely people find other lonely people despite their age or political difference?
Yeah, I mean, as far as stats go, what we're interested in is just percentage of friendly conversations versus if they're not. And the unfriendly conversations are usually just a voicemail, and it's like a negligible amount. Like everybody's been a really good sport. It's been like a great restoration of faith in humanity. But less than stats, we're more interested in connecting people because our overall mission at Matter Neuroscience is to help people live a happier life. And so we have an app, and within that app, we go into our science-backed framework about how you can train your brain essentially to be more emotionally fit by understanding your neurotransmitters and how you can activate them by certain activities that like bring you happiness.
Have you guys posted any of the mean stuff, or like, have you? Is it
Does it get
only
weird?
Yeah, I want to know what's the weird stuff that's coming in. Like, what's the weirdest thing you've heard on one of these lines?
I'm telling you guys, it's been really positive.
Oh,
like, I know
great.
it's hard to believe.
No, but that's good. Unfortunately, I feel like we're a little seasoned to owning some of the juicy tea or people being a little senile or young kids not knowing how to interact with people on a phone.
Oh, I do have some examples, I think, here. Is this it?
This is Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of them here. This is from the Instagram, which is Matter Neuroscience, if you want to see more.
$100 to mail this old payphone to Boston, Massachusetts. And then we modified it a bunch inside of this nice Airbnb and fixed the light on it. And then put this label on it that says call a boomer. And then we brought the payphone to Pavement Coffee House on Boston University campus because they get a lot of foot traffic from young people, aka not boomers. And then we got on a flight to Reno, Nevada and bought a different payphone on Facebook Marketplace and modified that one a bunch and changed the signs to say call a Zoomer. And then we brought that payphone to this senior housing complex.
Now, let me stop there for just a second. Kala, was it hard to find a senior facility that would be willing to take part in this?
It kind of was. That was definitely like our biggest challenge. Like a coffee shop on a college campus is going to be an easier sell, I think. But luckily, Logan, who you saw pictured in the video, used to have connections to Volunteers of America, and they're the ones that run Sierra Manor, the senior living facility. So that was our in.
Okay, so they brought this to the senior housing complex.
Where a bunch of boomers live. And then we installed it in their game room where they get a lot of foot traffic from those boomers. And when a boomer picks up this phone at the senior housing complex, it automatically calls the other one on the Boston University campus.
That's so
and
fun.
when the Zoomer picks up this phone on the Boston University campus, it automatically calls the one at the senior housing complex. And the goal is to get older people and younger people to talk to each other. Because old people and young people are the two most lonely demographics in America. Over a third of people over 65 report being lonely. And over half of the students in college report being lonely.
So it's like connecting these people. I did hear, there was somebody on the news report that tried this out, Kala. And when the boomer was talking to the Zoomer, the boomer would not stop talking about the weather the whole time. Is there a lot of percentage of this, which is the boomer's like, what's the weather like over there? Is there a lot of that?
You know, I think that's a common talking point when you're opening up with a stranger. You don't really know what to say. And, you know, it is transitioning to spring. I have a lot of things to say, and I can't help but be like, well, the sun.
I know, right?
True.
It's hot and cold. Where are you guys based out of? I'm sorry if we've already mentioned that.
No, you're good. So we're actually a fully remote company. Our co-founder and lead neuroscientist, he's based in Germany.
Okay.
But we're all over the place.
All right. I have now.
I just stopped myself from asking what the weather's like in Germany.
Let's work this in real quick because this is another one of these posts. It says, these are the best and most interesting voicemails conservatives and liberals left for each other on our party line payphone experiment.
Never give up. I'm a homeless guy in Abilene, Texas. There's always people around. Keep your head up. This is spur of the moment, so I really don't got much to say. I will be back later. Have a good night. Have a good day. And go Super Bowl.
Go Super Bowl.
Hey, never give up. I'm a homeless guy in Abilene.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, folks. This is Jason
another one.
in Abilene, Texas. I hope this reaches somebody. Even if it doesn't, that's okay.
That's cute.
Just want to say, I don't know. We're all part of the same species. We're all part of the same race. We'll love each other some more.
I'm telling you, I'm so skeptical.
Please send one to Orlando. I'm ready.
Like, these people seem too nice. Is it just that we see all this negative media stuff and then people, when you actually listen into their conversations with each other, are still chill like this?
Yeah, I think that we know how algorithms work at this point. Like, the more comments and like interactions that a post gets, the more it gets promoted. And so we're often seeing things served on our feeds because there's an angry reaction, because you're more likely to comment if something makes you mad than if you like it, you just like it and keep going. But so it creates this bias of negativity, and I think this breaks through some of that noise.
These are fun. You can watch a bunch of these over at Matter Neuroscience on Instagram.
Quick question. It says on Boston.com, the article I'm reading, that Matter Neuroscience is a biotech company. And I guess I don't know if I have the right idea of what biotech is, because I'm thinking like medicine and genetics and stuff like that, not payphones. Explain how biotech works. How does that relate to this?
Right. Well, we're a neuroscience company at the end of the day. So, like I said earlier, we have scientific studies that kind of back up these frameworks that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We do studies with Maastricht University and Stanford University.
Mm-hmm.
And in those studies that are very scientific and led by scientists, we've helped identify a biomarker for happiness. So essentially, like, we know when people experience certain emotions, where the neurotransmitters are firing in their brains.
Wow.
And so with that knowledge, we're able to like build out this framework that says, you know, you need to have more love in your life from your family, which is oxytocin. Mm-hmm. And if you use our app, like, we kind of spell this out for you, and we're helping people train their brains to be happy.
Yeah, this is big right now. I don't know if you guys I don't know if you, Sabrina and Celine, if you guys have seen this a lot, but this kind of thing is big right now. It's like rewiring your brain, people trying to really make themselves like the best they can using technology to help with their like emotions, to help with addictions, to help with all sorts of stuff.
Oh my God, we should be their next study. We're gonna.
I don't know.
I'll email you. We are three very different personalities, and and our listeners too. I'm curious as neuroscientists how they would evaluate us and our happy meters.
I'm terrified of what they would say. I don't know about that.
Say, get the
I think you're a happy guy. I think you're a happy guy.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today, Calla Kessler over at Matter Neuroscience. Where could people keep in contact and figure out more of what's going on and learn about the app and all of that stuff?
Absolutely. Matter Neuroscience on Instagram, TikTok, and our app is available in the App Store, iOS. Right. So Matter Neuroscience, check us out.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Very interesting work they're doing over there. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll take your thoughts on this and so many more things in just a moment. Send us a dispatch. Would you pick up the Boomer or Zoomer line? Do you believe that there wasn't anything a little more angry going on these lines? Tell us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and leave your dispatch right now. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Yeah, you wait. What's coming up on the next episode? Just when you think your 1979 disco hit is dead and gone, the Whippersnappers revive it. So you can get that one last crappy royalty check. Plus, the family screening of the new Michael Jackson biopic reportedly got heated. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
A cold front is on the move, and that brings some changes for our Thursday. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. After a couple days in the 90s, today will be cooler, but still above normal. We'll have highs in the mid to upper 80s ahead of that front. Then the showers and thunderstorms start to move in later on this afternoon into the evening. A couple possibly turning stronger with some gusty wind. We'll have to watch that. They'll likely push through Orlando around dinner time into the early evening, then clearing into tonight. We'll have temperatures dipping back in the upper 50s and lower 60s, which is cooler, a little more comfy too. And then for our Friday, we'll still see some sunshine, but we'll have clouds hanging around, maybe a shower or two, with highs cooler around 80. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report.
Don't Mike. Let's do this. What's happening, guys? Hello. I need somebody for Fritz on the street. So I'll do that on here. Pick my claim, me, C-Lane. Aventasaur says I volunteer. Stephapi says, pick yuckers. Did I promise it to somebody? I did. What a jerk. Yeah, I gotta do Kyle. I gotta pick Kyle. Sorry, I messed that up. What an absolute fool I have been. Forcing more chat interaction. Does that even help us, forcing chat interaction? Don't pick me, says Das F.A. Are we betting today? Who are you betting on? I don't know. Oh, Kyle is in here. Oh, see? I picked Kyle from YouTube. Totally meant to do that. Don't come after Kyle, guys. Don't come after Kyle. Sean might be due. Sean might be due, you know? Maybe Sabrina is due. You giveth and taketh away. Well, I gaveth to someone. You guys be nice to Kyle, all right? Sean might pick you. I just saw Fritz walk in, ready for today's matchup. He's wearing a pink shirt. Look at that man. How do I feel about a win today? You know, I feel it's been weird news-wise because there hasn't been a lot of big stuff. But then also only half the game is news. The other half is general knowledge. So you got to kind of weigh that. All right, friends. 20 seconds till next episode. I love you. Let's do this.
Florida's burn laws and visit BeWildfireReadyFL.com to learn how you can prepare your home, your yard, and your family this wildfire season.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. We'll talk about that here momentarily. We got Fritz in the street at the top of the hour. That's coming up in just a bit. And don't forget, we have a very, very limited number left. It might be gone by the end of the show today because they're really going fast. This brand new, and I mean brand new, it's the second part of the design drop. It is the tie-dye shirts that are available. It's the logo and tie-dye. They look really cool. And I think you should check them out and grab them while you can if you want to rep the show. That's a really, really good thing to do, at least in my view. Go do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. Grab those while you can at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Please don't do more.
Let me see that song.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey. Nailed it. Mm-hmm.
Smoke weed every day.
Uh-oh. She's mad. That lady's mad.
What happened? What do you mean?
The smoke weed every day part just there. Yeah, remember
forgot.
the lady? Yeah, you forgot all about it.
Vicky is steaming mad right now.
Sorry, Vicky. I will listen tomorrow, and it's going to be totally changed for sure, girl. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, the Home Loans Radio Show, refinancing, buying your first dream home. Perhaps you're starting a business called Make Sure Sabrina Stops Saying the Weed Stuff every single day. Well, start that business.
What a business idea.
It's going to flourish.
Shark Tank is going to love this.
Especially when you work with That Mortgage Guy Don. Get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
57 years ago, 1969, a marriage had happened, and that between one of the guys from this group.
Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles.
That's right. And it was love that brought Paul McCartney together with Linda
Oh,
Eastman.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was in Westminster, London. Unfortunately, you didn't need the other Beatles to attend because they did not. Unfortunately, same day, George Harrison and his wife Patty arrested by the London cops for a drug raid in their home where they found, brace yourselves, marijuana.
Again! And look at them now. Look at them now.
You know,
After they
Vicky
started smoking weed, they became failures, and they're all in prison, I think.
Vicky hates the Beatles, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Answer. And now let's fast forward to 2026, and we have, I believe, watched the trailer, and I only think one has come out, of the up-and-coming, blessed by the estate with an asterisk, Michael Jackson biopic.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
And I believe it's his, great-nephew that is playing him.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's, at least based on the trailer, looks like he is doing a great job.
Yeah, he looks like him. Yeah.
But they had the family screening in LA, and apparently it got weird. Everyone loved it except for Janet. And then a huge, absolute, massive fight broke out.
Okay.
Hey, Fritz, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi.
The movie was over. Janet started griping about everything. A source says she had something negative about almost every single scene in the movie. The acting, the makeup, how the actors spoke, even how they walked.
Really?
And that didn't sit well with Jermaine, whose son is Jafar, that plays Michael in the movie.
I think he kind of looks like him a little bit.
But he doesn't walk like him.
No?
According to Janet.
Backwards or forward?
They started arguing. Jermaine reportedly told her, and I quote, I don't know how Jermaine sounds, so I'm going to just go with it. You're gonna miss this wave, sis. You're so jealous. Just get on the wave. Michael.
Yeah, get on the wave.
It hits theaters next month, April 24th, the day before my birthday.
Oh.
And just like that, time is out. So congratulations to the Jackson family and to, of all people, Anita Ward and her 1979 disco hit that is now back on the charts thanks to the whippersnappers, the youngins. They didn't pick up the boomer phone. They picked up their TikTok and they started sharing Ring My Bell from 1979. It now has a new life on TikTok. People are playing and dancing to her song because it has a, and I quote, abundance frequency. Unlike Sealand and Sean's bedroom.
Wow.
On the boob tube, we've got the first season finale of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Woo!
Hell yeah!
Scrabble on CW.
All right.
Watch What Happens Live and Sting on Fallon. Also, if you want to be out and about, my Orlando friends or West Palm, if you leave right now, I'm hosting karaoke tonight at the Thornton Park Pub. More information on my Instagram, at Sabrina Ambra. Follow your dreams and me on the Instagram. But most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Vicky, sorry.
Thank you, Sabrina. Every time he's gonna get her a little bit.
Think about her.
Hey, she loves the show, though, so I think she'll look past it. We've got different things
I
for
hear
you.
her rolling her eyes right now. What did I do?
I'm going to send her an edible. Very light, very light.
We've got our friend Fritz with Fritz on the Street coming up in just a moment. Just a moment here on the show. So if you'd like to play along with the greatest game of all of radio, stand by. We're going to do that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes. Skull mic activate. Kurt says, I get all my TNJ shirts and they've shrunken slightly. I get them one size up, at least my experience. The shirts are a company called Next Level. They're premium shirts. They're nice and soft. I'm always looking for like other brands and stuff. Something that like even maybe would lower the price but keep the quality the same. But these are really good shirts. They're really high quality shirts. I think they're pretty true to size, but sometimes the women's Razorbacks run a little bit tight every once in a while. Godspeed, good luck. Get yours while you can. I think there's only like a handful of those suckers left for the tie-dyes. Get them now at thenewsjunkie.com. Where do we stand on an after-show stream this weekend? It's been so crazy. I didn't push goals or anything. I'm thinking that we rock through the rest of this week. Because I would have done it tonight maybe. But maybe you guys want it on the weekend. I think we get through this week, and then next week we have a goal we set. And if we hit the goal, I'll do a bonus stream with Courtney again. And we'll go hog wild. We'll go hog wild on the bonus stream. And we'll let you pick the day and time once again. All right? Lori says, I just bought one. Pick me, Sean. You got it, Lori. I don't know if I'm going to win, but I'll try. Sean, Lori, you two. Don't say sorry, Lori. You don't know how I'm going to do today. You don't know if I'm going to win today. If somebody takes care of the possum problem, bonus stream. Maybe. Depends how desperate I get on the possum kingdom in my backyard. We shall see. Couple minutes and we're back with Fritz on the Street. Let's have fun. Sean, the Twitch predictions are not in your favor? Well, hang on. Let's see. Chat. Am I going to win Fritz on the Street today? Yes or no? Yes or no? Am I going to win Fritz on the Street today? Yes or no, chat? Am I going to win? That's a lot of no's already. Sources say no. I hope. No, it's sprinkling in the forest right now. Unrelated. No. I got one yes. I got one yes. 2 yeses. And a hell no. Well, the hell no outdoes all the yeses that I've seen, I think. Yeah, a couple yeah, no chance. Ask Mr. Predicto, I will. We'll go to the final word on this to see if I'm going to win Fritz on the Street today. There is nobody more accurate and clairvoyant than Mr. Predicto himself. So I'm going to ask him. Mr. Predicto, will I win in Fritz on the Street today? Here we go.
Definitely yes.
Definitely yes. That sounds promising. Sounds big. I'm good luck. I got you, Sean. I hope so, Lori. Let's do this. We got this together. With your luck, which is like hopefully like a good amount, and my luck, which is like Not very good. Hopefully those combined, I will be able to win Fritz on the Street for you. CF says it's funny he's walking around his garage. This isn't a garage. This is a studio. It's a secret. It's the secret studio. This is a very, very nice establishment. The secret studio is high class. It's on the other side of a Waffle House. That wall is a wall that we have a shared wall with a Waffle House. But I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Can we get shirts made with the show logo over the breast and the Black Whopper on the back? I mean, the Black Whopper shirts are already gone. Those suckers are gone. 2 minutes and we're back. Sean, you got this. You and me. It's the secret to winning. I already picked somebody. It's underground in Sean's bunker. It's not. But I am planning on doing a video for Secret Show subscribers when I'm done in here, when I get the up top done there and a couple final touches. Maybe when I replace those PTZs out wide. And I'm going to do a little like behind the scenes, full-fledged tour of everything in here for Secret Show subscribers. I'm excited. Like I'll probably reach out to Forrest and see if he'll film it. Crib style. And I'll show you the secret studio. I'll give you a peek at the Waffle House that's on the other side of the wall since you don't believe me. Canada City will be the final answer. Maybe. There was some weird pen dude. Oh, how did the raid go yesterday? Was it good for me or was it bad for me or was it good representation of the show in the Twitch raid?
Go ahead, sit back and relax. Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV.
I hope you guys were good. Very flattering. What's that? Thought that was a flop. Might have been a pizza dust. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. Back to the three best friends you never knew you had. This is the News Junkie.
Newsroom. Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio, in just a moment here on the show. And we're going to get to you and your feedback after that. You're listening to a man with 2.5 months left on his contract until I can say sayonara and just wander on out of here, I guess, at this point.
I'm coming with you.
Time is ticking, Fritz. Let's go. We're going to have to do this hand in hand here because it's getting down to the wire. 2.5 months, and then I'm done. I just hang up the headphones, and I'll go do something else that maybe is more rewarding to me. We'll see what happens with all of this.
Have you put your house on the market yet?
Not yet. Okay. I'm so close. I'll use that mortgage guy, Don, of course, like when that happens. I could use your help with the possum kingdom that's growing in my backyard and the battle I'm having there, but I don't know if you have any. Do you have any experience battling possums in any way?
We have a couple possums that live under the back deck, and yeah, I do. They're all friendly.
Are you at war with them, or you're friendly? You're friendly.
He literally breastfeeds them.
Oh, God. That's a picture. All right. I don't know if I want to picture this any longer. Let's get into the game here.
Come here, Possum.
All right, let's see. First, who are we playing for? I've picked Lori on YouTube, Fritz. I'll be representing Lori on YouTube in Fritz on the Street. Sabrina, what about you?
I'm going to go with Night Nurse 90.
Okay, Night Nurse 90 for Sabrina. And what about you?
I got Kyle on YouTube.
Kyle on YouTube. All right, 2 YouTubes and a texting service, a Lori, a Night Nurse, and a Kyle, and here we go. Are you ready, Fritz?
You bet your Possum Kingdom.
Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina.
Hey. What's happening, buddy?
Hey. Fritz on the Street is sponsored by That Mortgage Guy. Don, if you have a quote, then don't miss the boat. You can compare that quote by going to That Mortgage Guy. Don, right now, plug in the information, the beep boops, and then you will get a quote back from Happy Home Mortgage LLC. That's That Mortgage Guy, Don. You can also hear me, MJ, and That Mortgage Guy, Don, each Saturday morning right here on Real Radio 104.1 at 9 o'clock. And let me just say, 6 of my friends have already bought houses from him in just the past couple of months, and they couldn't be happier. So go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
All right.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguy.com.
In first place for Fritz on the Street with 51 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane. In second place with 40 points, we have Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Yo.
And in third place with 32 points, we have Mr. Sean Wasson.
32. I need a win here. I need a W.
Now, I go to the bars, so you don't have to. I ask 8 questions, 4 current event questions, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions to bar participants in trivia.
What were we looking like at Cavo's this week?
It was another packed one. We had 10 and then ended with 13 teams.
Ooh. All right.
And then 11 people stuck around to do Fritz on the Street.
Any children?
No.
All right.
Yeah. This one is sans children. So
Good.
all drinking age, and, the answers vary. So you chime in for that bonus point and then guess out of 8 people how many got it right. Capiche?
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Question number 1. 2 suspects have been charged with using a weapon of mass destruction.
Sabrina.
They were oh my. It was in. Oh my God, I am completely blanking. Massachusetts.
Is that correct? C-Lane.
New York.
New York is correct. Full question. Using a weapon of mass destruction after 2 IEDs were thrown at a protest in which U.S. city, New York, is the city. It's also the state. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said New York City?
I'm going to go with, let's do a 7 here.
7.
6.
6 for Sabrina.
I'll take a 6 as well.
And 6 for Sean.
Damn.
Question number 1 with answers of 6 and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their IEDs? 2 suspects have been charged with using a weapon of mass destruction after 2 IEDs were thrown at a protest in which U.S. city?
New York City.
New York. New York. Oh, New York. New York City.
Also, no idea.
I think it was Boston. No, New York City? New York City.
That would be 7. So C-Lane is hitting a 3-pointer right out the gate. And Sabrina and Sean with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point. We now move on to question number 2. We're talking about the body and the things it makes. Which organ is responsible for creating urine?
Sabrina. That would be the pancreas.
That is incorrect. C-Lane.
Kidneys.
Kidneys is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said kidneys?
Let's go 6.
6.
I'll say 5.
5 for Sean.
7.
And 7 for Sabrina. Question 2.
Does anybody say penis?
You want to do a prop bet?
Side bet, penis.
Yeah, how many for penis?
2. 2 penises.
I'll go 1.
4.
1 for Sean and 4 for Sabrina.
All right.
Question 2 with answers of 5, 6, and 7. Which organ is responsible for creating urine?
Kidneys.
Bladder? Kidneys.
A kidney?
Kidney? Oh, is that your bladder? Your pee-pee.
That would be 2, saying the number 1. But the correct answer 4. That means Sean with a guess of 5, picking up 1 point. Yeah, the last one at the end was so foul I had to bleep it.
Oh.
Question 3.
Naughty.
Recently, who was elected supreme leader of Iran?
Sean. Khomeini.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, that is correct.
The son of Ayatollah Khomeini.
Motaba or Mujtaba? It's Mojtaba.
Junior?
But Khomeini. Surnames count. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Khomeini?
3.
5 for C-Lane.
4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question 3 with answers of 3, 4, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their supreme leader. Who is it? Recently, who was elected supreme leader of Iran?
Khomeini's son. Khomeini.
Mujtaba Khomeini.
Ayatollah's son, I don't know his name.
The old leader's son. Oh, I don't know.
Ayatollah's son. Khomeini.
The freaking son. What's his name? Gaddafi. I have
no idea what his name is.
I don't remember his last name. Yeah, the last guy's son.
That would be 3. So Sean's picking up a 3-pointer there. And Sabrina with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
You know what? They did all kind of know. They were hinting around it. They just didn't get it exactly the right answer.
Yep. Nepotism is alive and well in Iran. Am I right?
True.
Question 4 is the halfway point. After question 4, I will tell you so far who is leading on Fritz on the Street so far. And question 4 goes like this. Which actor has had roles in such films as Training Day, Great Expectations, and The Purge? Sabrina.
Training Day, Purge. That would be Colin Farrell.
That is incorrect. Sean.
Is it Ethan Hawke?
That is correct. Ethan Hawke.
Wow.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Ethan Hawke?
Flag.
Why flag? What's the flag for?
Doing so well.
That is a red flag. 5.
3.
3 for C-Lane.
2.
And 2 for Sabrina. Question 4 with answers of 2, 3, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their actor, Ethan Hawke? Which actor has had roles in such films as Training Day, Great Expectations, and The Purge?
Ethan Hawke.
Denzel Washington.
Ethan Hawke?
I don't know, man. Denzel Washington?
No clue. Jodie Foster.
Denzel Washington? Denzel Washington.
That would be 2. So Sabrina's picking up 2 points on that one. And C-Lane with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point. That means after 4, with 4 remaining in first place so far with 6 points, Sean/Lori. In second place with 5 points, C-Lane/Kyle. And in third place with 4 points, Sabrina/Night Nurse 90.
Yeah.
Halfway through with question 5 now on the table. Over the weekend, at least 40 were killed due to flash floods in which African country?
Sabrina. That would be South Africa.
That is incorrect.
C-Lane. Nigeria.
That is incorrect.
Sean. The Democratic Republic of Congo.
That would be Kenya.
Oh, Kenya.
Sean, you got question 4 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Kenya?
Can you stop with the flooding? Am I right?
No. Wow.
2. Soon. 1. 1 for Sabrina.
1 here, too.
And 1 for C-Lane. Question 5 with answers of 1 and 2.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone's getting it right. Who knows their Kenya? Over the weekend, at least 40 were killed due to flash floods in which African country?
Congo? Sudan. Pass.
Oh, I had no idea.
Chad. Kenya.
Mali.
Just based on geography, Kenya?
That would be 2.
Kidding me.
Sean is picking up 2 points on that one, and Sabrina and C-Lane with your guess of 1, picking up 1 point each. 3 questions remaining now. Question 6 goes like this. The Gray Lady refers to which newspaper?
Sean. The New York Times.
The New York Times is correct. I like peppering in older questions, too, because you just don't know who's going to know it.
I do.
It's a great game when you're lazy sometimes. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the New York Times?
5.
5.
2.
2 for C-Lane.
4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question 6 with answers of 2, 4, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
They know their white lady. Let's see if they know their gray lady. The gray lady refers to which newspaper?
I do not know. New York Times.
Seattle Times. Dude, I'm no.
Boston Herald. New York Times.
The New York Post. The Washington Post.
That would be 2. C-Lane with a guess of 2, picking up 2 points.
Damn it.
Yeah, only 2, which was kind of surprising, but it's okay. Who really cares?
I like that
I do.
that somebody guessed Seattle, like because it's of their climate.
Yeah,
it's always gray.
It's always gray.
Not bad.
Spaghetti-o. Question 7 now. Last week, who was fired as the U.S. Secretary of Homeland? C-Lane.
Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem is correct. U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security rounds out that question. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Kristi Noem?
7.
7.
8.
8 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their ex... Last week, who was fired as the U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security?
Noem. Kristi Noem. That bitch.
No. Kristi Noem.
I don't know. Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem. I watch it on South Park all the time. All right, yeah, I can't remember her name right now.
Fantastic.
Come on.
That would be 6. So Sean is picking up 2 points, and C-Lane with a guess of 7 picking up 1 point.
Come on.
That means we head to question 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 11 points, Sean Wasson / Lori. In second place with 10 points, Christopher Lane / Kyle. And in third place
Happy
with
to be here.
5
Thank you so
points,
much.
Sabrina / Night Nurse 90. So 11, 10, and 5. Last question. What is the capital of Sweden?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Sean.
Stockholm.
Stockholm is correct. Damn. It's now a tied game. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Stockholm?
We've definitely done Sweden before, and I missed it, and I felt like an idiot on account of Swedish. Let's go with 4.
4.
6.
6 for Sabrina.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 4, 5, and 6.
Ding, 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 ding.
Give it to me. Come on, give it to me.
Is this going to be it?
I'll take whatever.
Is this going to do it? What is the capital of Sweden?
Oslo. All I can think is other countries surrounding it. I was about to say Denmark.
Stockholm. Stockholm.
Stockholm. Stockholm. Svedgevag. Stockholm.
That would be 5.
Son of a bitch.
Sean is picking up 2 points on that one. And C-Lane with your guess of 4, picking up 1 point. And Sabrina with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point. That means winning overall on the day with 13 points. Congratulations to Sean and Lori.
Look at him go.
In second place with 12 points, C-Lane / Kyle. And in third place with 6 points, Sabrina / Night Nurse 90. That means in first place, and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 63 points, Christopher Lane. In second place with 46 points, Sabrina Ambra. And in third place, 1 point removed from her with 45 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Fritzy. Thank you. Great
Wow,
time.
it's about time I won. I think this is my first win of the entire year.
Yep.
I'm
Like
pretty
2
sure that's
years,
correct.
I think.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a drought. It's been don't say a broken clock is right twice a day. Don't come on. Give me one tiny victory. I'll now take the next 6 months of losses that I'll pile up against this. But thank you, Fritz. Always a blast. Hey, don't miss out. You can be part of Fritz's Funhouse Trivia, where you can play in person, in the flesh. You can play Fritz on the Street. Fritz, how do people become a part of that and perhaps get on the panel on this?
Well, all you got to do is come out to Kavos Bar and Kitchen next week, or the week after, because the next week is St. Patrick's Day. And then all you got to do is show up at 7:30 p.m., play trivia, and after that, around 9:30, just meet me outside. That's not a threat, and play Fritz on the Street.
All right, there you go.
I really wish that you would show up just to do Fritz on the Street on St. Patrick's Day and get some St. Patrick's Day revelers.
I'm thinking about it. I might go to a more local bar just because of the driving experience. Yeah, I've been kicking that around too.
That's a good point. All right. There he is. He's the best. Fritz with Fritz on the Street. Once again for us. We'll see you next week, bud.
Bye.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get to, a lot of stuff, including your feedback that I haven't worked in at all. And Bigfoot reports galore. What the hell is going on? Is Bigfoot becoming a thing again? I'll give you the rundown on this, the Bigfoot reports, and talk about everything else happening out there in the news. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I hope the 5 like-minded people that listen to me are equally as frustrated at you two.
There's 5 people out there who know Turbinado is about sugar and not a muscle car from the 70s. What are you driving? Turbinado.
What behind the scenes go by? Activate. Mr. Predicto does not miss. He is the all-knowing, always accurate Mr. Predicto. Gets one again. Was Mr. Predicto right about Nancy Guthrie? He's right about everything. Mr. Predicto never misses. He is right about everything. Lori.
This report is sponsored by Chumba.
Do me a bit of a favor, Reno. Lori, email me. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get you set up with your prize. Oh, here's the rub on this.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don offers HELOCs? That's right, home
Stand by.
lines of credit. I'm talking to you, homeowner.
Stand by.
It's a new way to unlock your equity.
Hang on.
Keeping your super low 2, 3, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out, home improvements, debt consolidation, back taxes, weddings. How about you host a happy hour for your favorite old people? Either way, unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy Don has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score.
Lori,
With no hard credit.
what you see right here
Right there at your fingertips. I go into that mortgage
is the last Fritz on the Street magnet. This is the last one, and it's yours. The last one. Big. Lori pulling in the last Fritz on the Street magnet. Until I steal it off her car, probably. That is the last one. Straight to eBay. These ones were designed by Fritz. This design is zapped. That's it. You will have in your hands this exact one. This one is yours. A little bit of schmutz on here. I got it. I'll clean it up. Out of curiosity, how much DNA would you like on this final Fritz magnet? Couple minutes and we're back live. It's gooched? What the hell does that even mean? Big round of applause for Sun State John. Happy birthday, Sun State John. Happy birthday to Sun State John. Happy birthday. Hey, Chathams. How are you? Okay, I've got a conundrum for you, chap. A police officer is involved in an altercation with someone. And in that altercation, the police officer shoots the person. All right? So the police officer is involved in an altercation. She shoots the person. And then they call an ambulance for the person that the police officer has just shot. Now, the police officer is grappling with the fact that she just fired her service weapon and she shot this human being. And she begins to have an all-powerful anxiety attack. The ambulance arrives. Who gets the ambulance first? The person shot by the police officer or the cop having the anxiety attack? You decide. And I'll tell you what happened with this story in just a minute. Who gets the ambulance first? I mean, one person is shot, the other person has anxiety. I think you know where this is going. The shot person should, but our government puts officer safety above civilian lives? I thought cops only get anxiety attacks from too many weed brownies. The shot person, right? That would make sense. I'm not downplaying your anxiety attack, but I am downplaying it against a bullet hole. I am downplaying it against a bullet hole. But I'll tell you about this, and I'll tell you about Bigfoot. Who gives a shit about a shot bad guy? I mean, do you think if somebody was shot by a police officer that they should just bleed out and die? I'll wait for your response. I'm curious. Do you think that the person shot by the police officer should just be left to die? Lee Bott, I await your response. You're saying who gives a shit about somebody shot by a cop? They are not first priority? Well, shouldn't the person shot always be first priority over somebody with an anxiety attack? Like, I'm not saying the person might not have deserved to get shot. Sometimes people deserve to get shot. But when an ambulance arrives, I think you got to go like, okay, what are the priorities here? Priorities should be bullet hole person, and then anxiety person. I'll give you the twist on this in a moment. Believe with Anna Navarro. Bitch, ain't nobody listening to your podcast. All right, here we go.
Community and around the world. This week, I'm joined by investigative journalist Julie K. Brown. She is the utmost expert on the Epstein files.
The Justice Department, through, I think we counted 4 presidential administrations, failed these victims.
Open your free iHeart app, search Bleep with Anna Navarro, and listen now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
You're now in the world's most viral newsroom. Don't worry. You're not going to miss out on the 3 same songs over and over and over and over again. You deserve better than that. And you can join us and learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget the shirt design, the limited shirt design is part 2. There was the Play Black Whopper design, which sold out incredibly fast. And now there is the second part, the tie-dye design, which is up and I think going to be gone in just a couple of hours here. So this is it. This is your opportunity. Go grab those while you can at thenewsjunkie.com. Rep the show with your sweet tie-dye shirt. You get a magnet for Game of Magnets to further Game of Magnets. Spread that around your neighborhood. and a sticker as well. All of them you could see over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let me tell you a story, all right? I'm going to tell you a story. I'll give you all the details afterwards, but I'll give it to you in story form first. And I'll present this as a question to you, Sealand and Sabrina, and I just want to see what you think about this. Let's say that there is a police officer, and she's on the scene of a police call. She gets into it with this man who she's arrived on the scene and encountered, and the police officer shoots this person, right? She pulls out her weapon, and she shoots this guy on the scene. Okay. And the guy is, oh, God, he's got a bullet hole in him. He's bleeding. He's pretty rough off. And she looks down and goes, oh, okay, that guy he's got a hole in him right now. All right, we'll call the ambulance. An ambulance is called, and it's on the way for this person shot by this female police officer. And he's hoping for the best. But she, all of a sudden, is overcome with anxiety. I mean, an anxiety attack just hits this police officer.
Guessing first time shooting someone?
Yeah, she'd never pulled her weapon before and fired like that. So she was just overcome by anxiety, a big fat anxiety attack. She said, I got to get out of here. I can't stand to be around here anymore. That guy's bleeding everywhere. It's gross. The ambulance arrives. Who should go onto the ambulance first? The person who has been shot by the cop or the cop who's having an anxiety attack? Which is the first person that should go into that ambulance, you think?
I feel like the being shot is a more...
It's up there on the priority list.
Yeah, it's a more serious thing. It's more of an emergency.
Aside when it comes to medical professionals, doesn't know, what you did. It's just saving the life first.
Like, let's say you're playing a doctor in a video game, and as you're playing this doctor, they go, we've got 2 patients coming in. One has been shot, and the other one has anxiety. Even I'm not a doctor. I don't have a PhD, but I still know that the person with the gunshot in him is like bigger risk times 8 billion. It's quite obvious.
Do we not think that an ambulance would have enough resources that like you could take the gunshot victim in the ambulance, but then have like one of those like
some room?
Well, no.
Is the cop saying she's having a panic attack or she doesn't know what's going on with her?
No, the cop's saying she's having an anxiety attack. She's freaking out. Yeah,
maybe, grab a defibrillator or some supplies off the ambulance and have one person stick with the cop while the other transports the person who's got a gunshot wound.
I would think so. Or stuff them both in there. Some people are saying that on chat. Case is not to sound sexist, but has this ever happened to a male officer? What, the anxiety attacks on the scene? Oh, God, man, you get fentanyl around them. Men, women, doesn't matter. Cops get near the fentanyl, they're like, whoa! They are immediately, they have been many situations where they've freaked out like this. But here's the story. This is from the Associated Press, not some crazy, wacky news source. The story says, officer having anxiety attack. How dare you? And number one with plain stories. Officer having anxiety attack, took ambulance, sent for man dying from police shooting, report says. And it shows the guy, he's on the ground between these vehicles, and he's been shot by this police officer at some point here. And when the ambulance arrives, they don't take away the guy who was shot by the cops. They take away the cop who's having an anxiety attack over the whole thing. Here's the details. A man who was shot by police and later died had to wait an extra 10 minutes for an ambulance. I want you to think about 10 minutes, okay? Think about 10 minutes right now. 10 minutes is a long time.
We would have to go to commercial break before that.
Yes, we will. We will go to a commercial break before 10 minutes from now. And I want you to think about having been shot and waiting that 10 minutes. That's crazy, okay? That's crazy. A man who was shot by police and later died had to wait 10 extra minutes for an ambulance after an officer having, quote, a mild anxiety attack took the first ambulance that arrived on the scene.
They even worded it as mild.
That's what it says, mild anxiety attack. Deshaun Best was shot in the back last year as he fled from officers in Connecticut.
What?
Shot in the back.
Well, wait, hold on. That is also problematic.
I would
So
say
he's
so.
running away and shot.
He's running away, shot in the back. Let's give all the details so I'm being fair.
insane.
A report released Tuesday by the state's inspector general found the shooting was justified because Best had a gun in his hand, and the officer pursuing him had reasons to fear for his own safety. But the report raised questions about what took place after the March 31st shooting, which left Best bleeding with severe internal injuries, it says. The first ambulance called to take Best to the hospital arrived on the scene at 6:02 p.m., about 14 minutes after the shooting. So it's already been 14 minutes. 14 minutes go by, and finally that ambulance is here. I'm bleeding. I'm
They didn't
bleeding
rush
out.
over when it says shots fired?
Yeah.
Over the walkie-talkie?
You're like, I've been shot. I'm bleeding out. Oh, good. And it's killing you. It sounds familiar, but it's killing you as you've been shot. And then when the ambulance arrives, you go, thank God they're here. They go, no, that's for this other person. However, at the urging of others, that ambulance was used to take away a police officer, Aaron Parada, who had been involved in the foot chase. Paramedics reported that Parada declined treatment in the ambulance. I'm fine, she said. I just needed to get out of there, according to the report. Another officer described Parada at the time as visibly hysterical. She was crying and breathing rapidly and had blood all over her uniform at this time.
Now,
the second ambulance arrived at the scene at 6:12 p.m. That's another 14 minutes after. Well, 14 minutes later, they got to the hospital, I guess. I'll give you all the times in a bit.
Was she the one that fired the shot?
She was in the chase. I don't even know if she fired the shot.
No, because if you scroll up in this article you're reading, it said that when they shot the guy in the back, up more, when they shot the guy in the back, it said the shooting was justified because Best had a gun in his hand, and the officer pursuing him had reasons to fear for his own safety. So it sounds like a male officer may have been the one that shot him, and not this woman with the anxiety attack.
Yeah, that's what it seems like from the writing.
Not that that makes it any better or any different, I think.
No, but she might not even have been the trigger person. It says the second ambulance arrived at the scene at 6:12. So when did the first ambulance arrive? First ambulance arrived at 6:02, 14 minutes after. So that means he was shot at 5:48, I believe, if I'm doing that right. 5:48. So 5:48, he's shot. At 6:02, 14 minutes later, the first ambulance arrives, and she gets in it because she's having an anxiety attack. The second ambulance arrives at 6:12, 10 minutes later, and then he gets to the hospital at 6:22.
So it arrives at 6:12. That's 24 minutes after the shooting.
Yep.
And then
almost half an hour after being shot, you're still
Not a lot
sitting
going
there.
on in this town.
And now 34 minutes he into the hotel or in the hospital?
He died at 7:41 p.m. as he was undergoing treatment for a gunshot wound.
And we're just hearing about this a year later.
Yeah, because the Inspector General report is just out on this.
Wow.
The Inspector General report did not say whether the delay in waiting for another ambulance contributed to the death. One of his nieces said the revelations from the report have angered and saddened the family. They believe he would have survived if he was taken to the hospital in the first ambulance. Well,
Hard to know that, but
it is hard to know that, but he at least should have got the opportunity to figure out.
100%.
He really should have got the opportunity to figure this out. So to me, you have an easy decision. You have a person who's having an anxiety attack, which you could say, go over there, we'll sit with you, you can breathe slow, and we'll try to make sure you get this under control. And they just want to get out of there because they're freaking out. Or you have a person who has a hole in their body and is bleeding to death. That seems wrong. That seems really wrong to load up the ambulance with a person who's
It's a
not
long time
in an
to bleed.
emergency. Yeah, just sit there the whole time.
I'm curious whose call this was. I mean, did the anxiety attack police officer, did she demand to get on the ambulance? Did another police officer tell the people in the ambulance to take her over him? I'm wondering, like, who made the decision to load her up and leave old gunshot wound guy bleeding there?
And how crazy that when she got there, C-Lane, she says, nah, I'm good. She gets to the hospital in the ambulance ride, and they go, okay, we're bringing you in. We want to treat you. And she's like, nah, she refused treatment at the hospital.
Oh, I missed
After
that
taking
part. Wow.
She took the ambulance ride from the bleeding guy that had been shot by the cops. And when she got there, she was like, I'm good. Some details that might change your mind. I don't know. The series of events began when somebody called 911 to report a fight involving about 30 people, including some people who had guns. A witness pointed officers to two men in an SUV and said they had a gun. Parada approached the passenger side of the vehicle and opened the door. Best is seen on police body camera video in the passenger seat holding a bottle of alcohol, a vape pen, and a cell phone. Parada asked Best to step out of the SUV so she could pat him down. The video shows all of this. Best gets out of the vehicle, then runs away when police are chasing after him. During the chase, Best pulls out a 9mm handgun, the report said. As he ran into a lot filled with disabled cars, the officer chasing him, Yoon Ho, fired his gun twice, striking Best once. The inspector general concluded, based on video evidence, that the shooting was justified because he pointed his gun backward at the officer as he ran. While wounded on the ground, he said, I got shot. You pulled a gun on me, Best says. And he said, you pulled a gun on me, but Best said, no, I didn't. He said, yeah, you did. And they found a handgun near him next to the scene. After the shooting, the family's lawyer disputed that he had a gun and claimed he was instead holding a vape pen, blah, blah, blah. Now, it looks like, according to this, he had a gun. They're telling the story and selling the story.
Look at that.
They're telling the story that he pointed the gun backwards at the officer. I'm not even questioning whether or not the shooting was legit or not. If I take them completely at face value and say that the guy was a scumbag, he's drinking in the car, he's going to shoot people, he's running away from cops, he pulls out his gun, he points the gun backwards as he's running the other way. If I take them at face value for all of that, it's still flat out wrong to put the anxiety cop on the ambulance in front of somebody who is shot. I don't care if they're the bad guy or whatever. Like this, once it gets down to the ambulance arriving, it should be about pointing the right person to the right resources for the best outcome. That's how I view everything. You hear me say this over and over and over. When I look at the outcomes here, one outcome is a woman's freaking out, breathing hard, having an anxiety attack. The other one is a dude's dying from internal bleeding, and we'll never know if he would have lived if he took that first ambulance.
Is that part of the oath? Regardless of your political affiliation, or your one job is to give life-saving attention to them?
I don't know.
Obviously, I've never done the oath, so that was a lot of paraphrasing. But
so they suggested that the officers were trying to encourage her to go in the first ambulance, and that she went along with. But could the paramedic have said, "Guys, that person's shot. You're having a little freak out here." And as bad as that can be, I know it sucks when somebody's having a panic attack.
Here, put some pepper under your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is right behind us to address this, but if he is bleeding out,
you're not going to die from the panic attack.
Be going in the ambulance.
You are going to die from being shot. You're not going to die from the panic attack. I don't see this any other way. I think even like the most back the blue people must say, hey, of course. Like, obviously you have to use your brain here.
Boy, did this take a long time to hit the news, huh? Had we not discussed this when it actually happened? I don't remember seeing it.
Well, because they didn't know the details until this report just came out. This is why it's out today in the Associated Press, which says officer having anxiety attack, took ambulance sent for man dying from police shooting, report says.
It says that they did it at the urging of other officers. The ambulance was used to take away the police officer.
Yeah, the officers were like, you go, you get into this, It also is important to note that the reason the ambulance was called was because the guy got shot. Like if it was an Uber.
It was his ambulance.
It was his ambulance. It was like, it was called for him. Let us know what you think. We'll get into your thoughts on this in Jury Duty. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real voices, real laughs, real radio. 104.1. Guaranteed human.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Wendy's.
Desmond Bain scored 35 points, including a big three-pointer late in the game as the Magic held off a Cleveland rally and won their fifth straight. The Magic fifth in the East at 36-28. At the Big 12 tourney, UCF had a late rally to force overtime. And
breaking news! Stand by, breaking news. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Skull mic is activated. There's a skull and a microphone down here.
It's very easy to just look around.
The cameraman following me around the room is known as Samuel L. Jackson.
Appliances.
And we have some breaking news.
It's very easy to overlook your windows, and if you have the
We'll give you the full rundown on this in jury duty because of the fact that it's happening right now.
definitely wasting money on your energy bill.
There is an active shooter at a synagogue. We just talked about sleeper cells. Could this be a sleeper cell?
They have been installing windows for over 50 years.
There is an also. Okay. Let me give you this in two parts. One, police are responding to reports of an active shooter in a car driven into the building at Temple, Israel, a synagogue containing a school in West Bloomfield Township, Michigan. All right? So somebody crashed their car into this synagogue. They've allegedly opened fire. There's an actual fire on the building as well. At the same time, there is an active police operation at the synagogue in Trondheim, Norway. Heavy police presence there. That's two synagogues who may well be under attack right now if this is true. Let me see. Let me get some extra details here. Police respond to reports of active shooter in car driven into building at synagogue in Michigan. Detroit area synagogue with a school. Temple Israel's Early Childhood Center is a kindergarten, preschool, and daycare. They have gone into secure mode right now. No, this would be wild if that was some kind of sleeper cell thing. What time is it in Norway? Well, it's late, middle of the night, right? I don't know if this is a sleeper cell thing. I don't know. Let me see. Let me get some local sources. Active shooter incident at West Bloomfield Synagogue. It's unfolding. Nobody at the moment has been confirmed to be hurt except potentially the shooter. Cops all around it. There's smoke coming from the roof of the synagogue. Smoke seen spewing from the building. We're back with video coverage in a moment on this. There were also several police vehicles seen in the area. A source told Fox 2 that police were responding to an active shooter at Temple, Israel. Michigan State Police are also aware of the shooting. Okay, just some odd timing things going on. Let me check one more source. Okay, so to recap, at least one synagogue is currently facing an attack. This one outside of Detroit, Michigan. It appears somebody crashed their vehicle into the synagogue, which also acts as a school for children. And there is apparently a fire as well. The only thing talking about whether somebody was injured or killed had mentioned that potentially the shooter was injured, which would be a best case scenario if it was just the shooter injured or dead. But it's early. And this is happening at the same time that far away in, what did I say, Norway, I think, there is potentially a lot of police activity around another synagogue there. We just talked about sleeper cells. We just talked about the Iran war thing. Could this be some sort of coordinated attack? We're going to find out, Jules. Here we go. Stand by, details incoming.
Overtime or second job, gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
Spring deals are popping up early at Lowe's. Get 4 bags of Stay Green 2 cubic foot mulch for just $10. Plus save $20 on an Ego 56-volt string trimmer, now just $199, only at Lowe's. Valid through 3/18. Mulch offer excludes Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
Jesus, timing on this is weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. All right, we're going to get into jury duty and your feedback in just a moment. Something happening real time on the show. All right, I'll tell you this as best I can. It's very, very, very strange timing. Coming on the heels of us talking about sleeper cells, which if you missed the conversation, there's been the threat of attacks, revenge attacks on the United States of America. And is this idea correct that there are these like sleeper cells that could be activated like that? And these people who support Iran will inflict pain somehow on the United States. There was, in conjunction with that, the feds came out and said they had information that said the Iranians were trying to sneak in some drones potentially on ships off the coast of California and drone attack some locations in California as revenge for this. We started talking about these sleeper cells, et cetera, et cetera. I said, my theory on this is mostly that they throw this out as a wide net and they try to get anybody who has allegiance to either radical Islamic faith or the Iranian regime and the theocratic regime in control in Iran. And then they hate the United States so that, they're willing to do it. So we're talking about all this, and now we have a story about something happening right now in Michigan. Okay? There's a lot happening, but the first part of this is that right outside of Detroit, Michigan, there is somebody who apparently is attacking a synagogue. They called it an active shooter situation, and there was a vehicle that rammed the place, which is Temple Israel, the synagogue in West Bloomfield, which is just outside of Detroit, Michigan. I'm looking at the video and I could see smoke rising from the roof of the synagogue. There's quite a bit of smoke, all right? Now, I don't know if that is from the car fire. I don't know if this person then went inside and set a fire inside the synagogue. All I know is that there's a lot of smoke coming out of this place, this synagogue just outside of Detroit, Michigan. And we're following this as it happens in real time, so do bear with me. I also know that simultaneously there's another synagogue, I believe in Norway, where they said there's a huge police presence and they were swarming outside this other synagogue as if there may have been some coordinated attack going on. Don't know that much about that one yet, so let's leave that alone and let's stay on what's happening here in the Detroit area. Here's what we know. Director of the FBI, Kash Patel, says agents are on the scene and responding to an apparent vehicle ramming and an active shooter situation out of this synagogue. The synagogue in Detroit where this went down, or in West Bloomfield Township, Michigan, where this went down, also doubles as a school.
Yeah.
So there were some children there, but I guess all of the children at the school have been moved out. Nobody as of now has been confirmed hurt. I did see some allegations that potentially the person who did this might be hurt or dead.
I'm trying to find, because the sheriff, Michael Bouchard, had just spoken, and he said that, what you said, like the person of interest, the suspect. And then the reporter was like, well, do you have them? And no, we cannot confirm that right now.
Okay, so they don't know. It's very early. Like, it's happened. The smoke is still coming from the roof of this place as I'm looking at it now. And this is a huge population center, they say, for Reform Judaism in America. About 3,500 families comprise a 12,000-member congregation at this synagogue that was organized in 1941.
Just said it too, by the way.
NBC is live on this. Let's just see what they're saying.
What appears to be maybe some firefighting efforts at the very front where perhaps that truck crashed. But Lauren Kostick, one of our reporters on the scene. Lauren, what are you seeing?
Yeah, we have definitely seen more firefighters showing up. Actually, a few walking back there right now. You got that SWAT vehicle here.
What I'm seeing right now, by the way, is actually quite good for this situation. The idea that the firefighters are being allowed access, the ambulances are being allowed access. There's reporters and people just out there quite a bit. There's a huge police presence, but the idea that the firefighters would even be on scene at this point is probably a sign that they think there's enough security that they can bring them in, I think.
Except for possibly the gunman. You can hear more sirens. This has been constant around here.
The gunman might be dead.
As for that gunman, the sheriff told us he is not in custody right now, and that search continues, which is why you're seeing a response like this here. They are still trying to determine if anyone else was involved, so there is a presence at a lot of the schools around here, a lot of the temples. We are told a 1 mile radius for people to shelter in place. There is a lot of parents that were showing up because of the children. Said I did ask the sheriff. He said, yes, all the children were able to get out, all the employees. And that Jewish community center is a location for parents to come get their children. But a lot of people showing up here just frantic, walking down there trying to get some information.
Okay, I'll keep this up. We'll monitor this as we go here. And I did want to give you just the other tidbit here. Let me see if I can bring up the other one that I was talking about. Just because the timing was so bizarre on this. As this is happening in Detroit, Michigan, at this synagogue, where there appears to be some sort of attack going on here, there was another story that I'll bring up. And it says, at the same time, there's an active police operation at a synagogue in Trondheim, Norway. Heavy police presence reported, with officers reported to be carrying rifles and shields. And let me see if I can translate this article from Norwegian. Armed police operation at a synagogue in Trondheim.
Oh, you're doing that great. Real time.
I know. Thank you very much. Yeah. We're investigating suspicious behavior at a synagogue. The police write in the police log, as they might imagine. A person is reported to have left the scene in a vehicle. Police are now searching for the vehicle. They said there was a large police presence. A journalist in the local newspaper reports there was an event at the synagogue, and nobody's allowed to enter or leave the area that's been cordoned off. So related, not related, unknown. So what are these things where it's like a sleeper cell activated? Unknown? No idea, but we'll keep an eye. This is breaking news all over the place. So we'll see what's going on here. We'll let you know as the show rolls on with updates. I'll still get into the rest of what we had in jury duty. Do we have anything that we teased in the next episode that we need to pay off still?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we can pay it off today if we teased it. We still got time. We have the final hour of the show. The final hour of the show is coming up here in just a moment, and we'll work all of this in, I promise. Stick with us. This is the way it rolls around here, and we'll see what happens next, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
From director Steven Spielberg.
This is Disclosure Day.
Watch the official trailer now.
The off-ramp from the Greenway northbound to Aloma Avenue, that's blocked. I recommend getting off University and heading towards Aloma from there. I-4, you won't be running into any surprises, just typical delays piling up. Slowdowns through the city, delays between Dr. Phillips and through that Lake Buena Vista.
Stand by. Some breaking news in just a second here. Stand by.
Tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
Right back to the action in a couple of minutes here on the show. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let me tell you about our friends, a longtime sponsor, an amazing company, Mills Air. This isn't a hard one for me. It's an easy pitch. If you have a problem with your air conditioner, I want you to know that Mills Air is ready to help you out. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how big or small your HVAC unit, your AC is. None of that matters. The folks at Mills Air, the techs, are really, really experienced. They've dealt with the problem that you have before. They know not only how to fix it, they know how to fix it the first time, on time. They want to make sure that you get a great deal. They're not trying to rip you off. Mills Air wants you to become a client moving forward if you have any other issues. So if they lock you in because you thought they were nice and fair, well, that works out for everybody, doesn't it? That's why you call Mills Air. Problem with your AC, dial 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and the deals are tipping off. As interest rates drop, we're driving them down even further with financing as low as 0%.
Welcome behind the scenes, breaking news. A lot happening here. All right, to reiterate what's going on, there's at least one attack on a synagogue. Best I can tell, it's a very, very big synagogue, a very popular spot that is also a school for children. The good news is the reports seem to be saying that the children are fine and accounted for, that the teachers are fine and accounted for, and that they're hinting at the injury or death maybe of this shooter, even though they haven't confirmed that they have the shooter in custody. There is a simultaneous story going on that may or may not be related, but the focus now is on exactly what's happening with this active shooter situation at this Michigan synagogue. No reports of injuries yet, no reports of deaths. Best case scenario, this is some weirdo Yahoo who hates the Jews and crashed his vehicle into the synagogue, maybe lit some fires, or the vehicle crash caused the fires, and then nobody else is injured or dead, save hopefully for the perpetrator. But we do not know, as of now, exactly what that scenario is. Stand by. 90 seconds and we're back live.
Free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. Enough is Orlando. Come on, kids. We're almost there. The map says
Members of the synagogue were told via text message, lockdown is still in place, but the active shooter has been taken down. Lockdown will be in place until they know that the shooter was working alone. All kids and all staff accounted for and fined. Truck rammed into front door and opened fire. All right, that's what we got. The truck apparently rammed into the front door of the synagogue and opened fire. There are some fires that have broken out. Everyone seems to be accounted for. They think the shooter is down, which is a miracle. And they said that there is no injuries or deaths that they're reporting of right now, even though he crashed into the synagogue and opened fire. PF, no telling. I have no idea. I can only tell you the simple and obvious things. If somebody attacked a synagogue, ran into it with their car and opened fire in some way, that person obviously disliked the people in the building. Right? That's the basic gist of what we can tell you so far. Oh, we're coming back with more coverage. Stand by.
That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Coming here in just a moment. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget, Merch Drop underway right now. Get them while you can over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. I had an update during the break on this story, the attack on this synagogue, right after we were talking about sleeper cells and everything. And these groups of people that could be activated to attack in the United States in revenge for what's happening in Iran. No telling if this is related or not. Even though people in chat are like, I heard the sleeper cells activated when a radio host noticed they were sleeping on the job. We don't know what this is yet. We don't know what this is or who was behind it or whatever. Here's what I do know. It looks like the attacker is dead. And it looks like the person behind this failed absolutely miserably at this attack if they intended to do more, which is great, which is awesome if that's the case. Here's what we know. From the Detroit News, I'm bringing this up right now. Shots were fired at a Detroit synagogue Thursday afternoon after a vehicle rammed into the building's front door, prompting nearby schools to shelter in place and emergency officials to warn residents to avoid the area. This happened at a place called Temple, Israel. Members of the synagogue were told via text that, quote, lockdown is still in place, but the active shooter has been taken down. All right, that's what they were told via text from the synagogue. Lockdown will be in place until they know the shooter was working alone. Here's crazy good news. All the kids at the school and all staff are accounted for and fine. And they said in this text message, truck rammed into front door, it opened fire. So we know that somebody rammed their truck into the front door of this synagogue, that they apparently opened fire on the place. We know that the place caught on fire because there are fires burning inside the synagogue, but there don't appear to be any injuries except potentially for the shooter themselves, which is, I don't care about that person. That sounds fine by me, especially when there was reports of this being at a school and there being little kids. And then, is this some sort of like sleeper cell style attack here? All we know now is somebody smashed their vehicle into the front of the synagogue, opened fire, and then failed miserably, it would appear, at this attack, unless this turns on its head right now. And I don't want it to. I'll be fine with that being the situation, with somebody trying to attack the place and then them being the only dead one or the only person injured in this situation.
So do we know how they died?
No, they're still not even confirming on the record, I don't think, that the shooter is dead, but the synagogue sent that emergency text out. God. Saying that they think they're dead.
Live shot right now, I'm looking at CNN. It's insane the amount of police.
Yeah. Do we have audio on that feed, Sealand, or no?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
It makes me sad that it's under these circumstances, but I do wonder what is going through your mind right now, hearing that there was an attack on a place that you have had a lot of experience with, that you cherish.
It's my worst nightmare, frankly. I was bar mitzvahed at Temple, Israel.
Noah Arbit, a Democrat from Michigan in the House.
This is the community that I love, and I know that it's an important issue
of representative.
The community here in West Bloomfield. And we held a hate crimes town hall last year at Temple, Israel. And the security was incredibly robust. And, all the rabbis that I love. I mean, I think it's important to understand this is the largest synagogue in North America.
It's a big one.
And by membership. And the idea that, this issue that I work a lot on, hate crimes and domestic terrorism, would come home to roost at my synagogue in my own community is simply my worst nightmare.
All right. We're going to keep an eye on this. We don't know what this person was motivated by, other than obviously they didn't like the people in the building. We don't know if they were part of some sleeper cell for Iran. We don't know if they were just some crazy that is inflamed by this, some radical religious person, some extremist. We don't know if it was a Nazi who hates Jews for another reason. We don't know. And all those who are saying otherwise are being irresponsible at this point in time. But let's try not to do that and add to this. We'll keep an eye on the story as the show rolls on here live. And we'll see.
What a day.
See what else we learn. Yeah, it's crazy, though, after we were just talking about that. Let's go to some emails. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com on a
This
very,
wouldn't have
very different
happened
front.
if I would have won Fritz on the street. So this is pretty much Sean's fault.
Oh, right.
This has nothing to do with me.
Wasn't there something weird that at the start of the show?
I don't remember.
I'll go back to the podcast, I guess.
What happened at the start of the show?
Didn't we have like a weird moment where like, this is the type of show we're going to have?
I never know what type of show we're going to have.
Let's pull ourselves out of that possible terrorist attack that's happening in Michigan.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this. We'll keep you updated with anything new that comes in. Rage emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com and says, about the possum kingdom that is building in your backyard.
That was it.
About that, they have traps to catch raccoons and possums. You could put an open can of tuna in the trap, and you'll have it trapped overnight. Then you have to relocate it far away. Well, where? Can I just...
Your neighbor's yard that you don't like.
Oh, I got some pest control people saying, give me a call. I could trap it for you. Maybe an armadillo, but I'll come take a look. I seen it with my eyes. It's a possum. Another person, let me come track it for you. I work for Critter Control. Thank you for the offer. I appreciate that.
Do you remember the last time I dealt with a possum?
Yeah, it was dead.
Yeah.
Melted.
And it stunk, right?
It was the worst thing. I can close my eyes and still be haunted by that melted possum image. So deal with it now, Sean, before it haunts you.
I don't want that. At least it's just free in the backyard, and I'll see it out there if it dies, I think.
I think there's a good chance that this one's not going to die in your garage.
No, I hope not. Anonymous says, Sean, I'm a local nuisance wildlife specialist. We got all the wildlife people out there. I deal with this all the time. I have 20 years of experience. You got to trap it and relocate it. If you can't do it by yourself and want to hire a professional, you could do that. A fun fact, the best bait for possum is Twizzlers or mustard sardines. Really?
Go with Twizzlers first, please.
Mustard sardines is at least close to the can of tuna. Twizzlers, I think, is the oddball there.
Yeah, he says people suggest cat food and tuna fish, but Twizzlers and mustard sardines work the best. It will work, but you'll also catch every other animal under the sun. He said.
Wait, Twizzlers mixed with mustard sardines or one of the...
Twizzlers or. You put Twizzlers out in a cage, he said, you'll pull in everything alive in your neighborhood.
Okay.
Expect to pay about $400. None of the deterrents do a damn thing. Thank you, Anonymous. That's really good advice. I appreciate that and all the rest of this.
You're hired.
We have a shocking amount of people who are in this industry who are listening to the show
I'm
right
not
now.
shocked.
Where were you when I said I had a melted possum in my garage?
Sean, you just got to buy a $15 small animal trap from Amazon and put a hot dog in it, this says. You'll have it by morning. I'll come by and do it. There's so many people willing to do it.
The menu for this possum is expanding by the minute.
On the cyber attacks from Iran, they attacked this medical supply company with a cyber attack.
Stryker.
Kyle here, former cybersecurity professional. From what I've read, the Iran hacking was mainly Iran getting into their main network of users and user devices, mainly through their BYOD, bring your own devices, BYOD. The company wants to be cheap and let employees use their own devices. They just install a mobile device manager on them. I'm sure somebody clicked on a link either on their personal or work email, and that was their route in. But that means you lost anything on your personal device that wasn't backed up. Needless to say, as soon as it was detected, they sent a remote wipe command to all devices. So people woke up looking at their devices like WTF. So he says, in other news, on the former part of my title, if anybody's looking to hire a cybersecurity professional, just let me know, he says.
Holla.
KyleMesser.com. Thank you, Kyle. Much appreciated.
Sorry I didn't win for you, buddy.
Another person says, I saw the bees on the Real Radio Instagram. Looks like a roving swarm, looking for a new place to build a hive. They may just leave on their own if they don't decide to take up residence on the branch. Should be nothing to worry about. We're being attacked from all sides, folks. iHeart HQ is being attacked by bees. We've got a possum in the backyard, less dangerous, it seems.
Bring the bees from HQ, battle the possum. Everyone leaves at the same time.
Might as well. I've got so many of these emails coming in.
Has Vicky gotten back to us yet?
No Vicky, as far as I can tell, about the being angry about the smoke weed every day thing. A lot of people about the prison contraband. Anonymous says, good afternoon. Several years ago, a neighbor was shoplifting from the electronics department at Target and selling the items online. This was being done to feed her addiction. When the sheriff's department arrested her at the jail, she had oxys up her hoo-hoo, and it showed up on the scanner.
Hoo-hoo.
She was on the front page of the paper back when that was a thing, says Anonymous. And two more real quick. Actually, I'll save some of these for the final feedback about the prison smuggling stuff. We'll see what you have to say about that. All right. What else do we have? Oh, I talked about the Bigfoot thing. I just want to quickly make you aware. This is very, very useless, but there's been a rash of Bigfoot sightings, a rash of them in the northeastern portion of Ohio. March 6th, a witness described a brown 9-foot-tall figure outdoor. March 7th, an 8-foot-tall figure with footprints and deep grunts. Another 8-foot-tall figure reported on March 9th. Another 9-foot or 10-foot-tall figure that was musky and smell on March 9th. Another witness reported seeing a brown, roughly 6-foot-tall figure from 100 feet away through a window. You called the police on a 6-foot-tall figure through the window? March 10th, an account describing an 8 to 10-foot-tall large black shadow. They said it did not resemble a bear. A lot of Bigfoot sightings happening in Ohio right now. I don't know what this is tied to, but I'd like to toss it out there and see what we can do about all of this. I'll bring you some more things, but let me check back in on this story. Authorities are now saying nobody is hurt at that synagogue attack, which would be very, very good news if that is the case. They're still saying the suspect is not in custody, but I don't know. The FBI and the ATF are on the scene helping law enforcement. There's lots of real-time updates coming in here. They are confirming from the ATF to Detroit News 7 that the shooter is deceased. That the shooter is deceased. Let me bring up Detroit 7 News here and see what details they have. But again, this would be best case scenario. They say on WXYZ, real, believe it or not, law enforcement agencies from across Detroit are responding to reports of an active shooter at a synagogue. The reports came in just after noon. AP says they said the suspect is dead. Law enforcement at the scene said they're being told that as well. A neighbor whose family was at the home at the time of the shooting walked us through what they heard and saw. He said, my wife was home. She was cleaning the bathroom upstairs. She heard sirens coming in and out. She said, what is that? She heard a couple fireworks noises. She called me and said, I don't know if it's gunshots or something. After that, I said, I have to go home. I drove home and this all happened. There were so many cop cars, different cities and everything. All my friends texting me to see if everything was okay. I think with those two houses, they took in some kids and some teachers, but the other neighbors were telling me that they were okay. Hopefully that's the case. This, again, is a synagogue attack in Michigan, right outside of Detroit, one of the biggest synagogues of its type in the country. There's a school attached to it. It looks like all the people in the school and all the students are okay. It looks like the suspect crashed his vehicle in the front and then opened fire, and the synagogue is also on fire. And it looks like the shooter or the suspect may be the only one dead or injured in this case, which would be a best case scenario given the circumstances. So that's what we know. We'll see if there's any other updates on this in just a bit. I got a bit of a grab bag segment. We'll give you those updates. We'll give you your feedback and more. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney.
What behind the scenes? Skull mic activated. Breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. The gunman is dead. 2 people are hurt. 2 people were shot. The gunman opened fire on the business school building, injuring 2 people who were sent to the hospital. The shooter is dead. No further threat on campus. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, chat. Old Dominion University, which is near all of this. 24,000 students, 17,500 of them undergraduates. Nearly 30% of the students are military affiliated. The area is also home to a big naval station. Wait, hold on. Is this a separate story? Wait, this is in Norfolk, Virginia. This is in Norfolk, Virginia. This says a gunman is dead and 2 people are hurt after a shooting at Old Dominion University. So this just came in amongst all the other ones. The other gunman is allegedly dead too. That part I just told you was from Norfolk, Virginia. Stand by. The shooter at Temple Israel in Detroit is deceased. So those two different shootings going on, potentially a third incident that was happening in Norway. Leslie said this is the one I was talking about at ODU in Norfolk. I guess they had a lot of people with guns on the scene there. Because that person came in and shot 2 people and was taken out. Still nobody wounded or killed in the Detroit synagogue attack that's underway right now. Yeah, too many shootings to keep up with. True.
So just a little bulletin here, just to add to
Fox News
just reported now. I'm hearing from a senior law enforcement source that the person who was driving the vehicle, the alleged shooter, is reported to be dead. So we had the alert from the sheriff that the suspect was not in custody. I'm being told by a senior law enforcement official that the suspect is believed to be dead. And I was wondering.
Okay. Woo! That's where we're at on that. They are active today. Yeah, it would look like that. I can't keep them all straight. To clarify, to clear the deck here, potential attack of some sort at a synagogue in Norway, simultaneously attack on a very large synagogue outside of Detroit. That person has been killed, the shooter, who crashed his vehicle into the synagogue and then started opening fire. There are no reports in the Detroit synagogue of anybody being wounded or killed, except for the shooter as of right now. Then there was a third shooting event in Norfolk, Virginia, where 2 people were shot, and then the shooter was quickly killed after that. So much for a slow news week. True. Watson, did you hear about the 4 stolen drones from a military base? No. All right, we're going to keep an eye on this and see what happens.
But just as important, the ring itself, the setting.
Couple of minutes.
She doesn't want ordinary. She wants something that she's dreamed about her whole life. Something that reflects her style and personality. And that's where International Diamond Center comes in. IDC is the only jeweler here that carries all the top bridal designers. Rings that other stores aren't even allowed to offer. Thousands to choose from. And IDC
Crazy.
is unlike any other. Artistic, innovative design, handcrafted precision.
What a whirlwind, huh?
And to complete the look, no other jeweler has our
Oh, they were DJI Maverick size or Mavic size? I'm assuming Insecure Walrus that those are smaller DJI drones that are more like consumer or prosumer, as opposed to the Shahed or whatever drone, as opposed to the Shahed Chinese-built Iranian drones. The Iranians also have their own drones that are very similar too. Cheaper military drones. They're little camera drones? Okay. I am not throwing another plane story in the mix before we end things, all right? By the way, another company, Atlassian, announcing 1,600 jobs cut. 1,600 jobs cut. Chat, any guesses as to why they said they cut these 1,600 jobs? Atlassian is the name of the company. Why do you think they cut 1,600 people? Poor financial management? No, that's not what they said. They're being replaced by possums? Or opossums in this case. No. 1,600 people canned. Once again, AI. AI is the excuse that they gave. Coming back right now.
Flash free.
ZipRecruiter. Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. Tournament coverage.
Launches a three. Got it.
NFL free agency.
Buffalo's got their quarterback, their running back. Now they've got their number one.
And the first pitch of the new baseball season.
At the wall! Oh, my goodness!
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local sports stations. Catch the latest news on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Open the free app, search sports, and listen now.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Radio 104.1.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the
What's happening around here? Rep Some Merch. Rep Some Merch is a merch shop that is closing right now. Go take a look at the tie-dye designs that are up on thenewsjunkie.com. Get the handful that remain right there at thenewsjunkie.com. Every shirt comes with a magnet and a sticker, and you feel good about yourself. Mm-hmm. For supporting the show, get that at thenewsjunkie.com right now. A couple of things in the food world. We're watching what's happening with the attack on the synagogue outside of Detroit. I'll give you any updates if there is, but right now it looks like this person failed miserably, which is the best case scenario. It looks like they are the only person who is dead. They crashed their vehicle into the synagogue and opened fire. Don't know if it's related to the Iranian stuff. Don't know if it's something different. Don't know any of that. There's also another shooting at a Virginia university. The person shot two people and then was shot and killed themselves. And then there was another story about something that happened in Norway at a synagogue. So it was a little confusing and all over the place. But I'm watching all those stories. If there's something to tell you about them before the end of the show in the Power Hour, I'll let you know. Let's talk about a couple of other stories very quickly. I had not heard of this before, but I often wonder how often this happens out there. Those of you who work out, as they say, you might be more familiar with this. I had not heard of this company before myself. And it's a popular protein bar company. And there's a class action lawsuit for
You don't have to work out to eat protein bars.
I haven't even eaten one of these damn protein bars, I'll tell you that.
I'm a shake gal.
This is going to be some mailbox money for people who purchase this at some point. A class action lawsuit claims that David Protein. Anybody heard of this? David Protein?
Sounds like a lame guy's name.
David Protein. Here he comes.
Hi, I'm David Protein.
I get swole.
Protein's my last name. He's like a spokesperson. David Protein, not a great name, but a company that was doing pretty well, I guess.
Humble man, I'm sure.
These bars have been touted for their seemingly impossible nutrient profile. They said 28 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, 2 grams of fat, 12 carbs, and just 150 calories.
Oh my God, the man named it after himself. The wrapping's not great. I don't know if even the three of us do not work out and protein often.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's
very simple.
It looks cheap, right? It looks kind of cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And they are pretty cheap, $3.25 per bar. But people said this is a miracle. 28 grams of protein, 150 calories. Are you out of your mind? What the hell's going on here? But as I fear is the case on so many other things in the grocery store aisles, an investigation showed they were big time lying about this. The protein bars didn't have 150 calories. They had almost 300 calories.
David.
Some mean girl situation playing out here in real time. Everybody putting down their David bars.
I didn't get that reference. Was there a part of Mean Girls?
Mean Girls, they wanted to get at the character played by
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams, and
That's
they
when
told her, "Oh, these are healthy protein bars. You can eat these and you'll lose weight." But really, they were
catty.
very, very fattening.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted her to secretly gain a bunch of weight, and she was putting on weight. And then they finally told her, like, "We got you."
Because even the CEO of David Protein, whose name is, guess,
David.
Not David, Peter Rahal,
Damn it.
shot down the comparison and said, "No one is getting Regina Georged." That was his quote.
Why didn't you make the rap better if you're going to be Mr. Relevant, Peter?
I like that he said that. Maybe they wanted to do this, or they're like, this looks like a homemade product. People look at this and they'll go, "This is it's a specialty food item." It had way more fat and calories than they admitted to.
They're very small for how much fat they have in them.
Yeah, protein bars are usually like that, I think, though. I think they're just like supposed to be packed with stuff for you to work out. It's supposed to be chock full of the good stuff and not as much of the bad stuff, but they were lying. There was way more of the bad stuff in these David protein bars, and now there's a big class action suit. And I'm telling you, I always have theories about this. That when I go through the grocery store, there's always 3 or 4 things I go, too good to be true, too good to be true, too good to be true.
You must be fun to shop with.
Oh, I get these. We get these tortillas that are so good.
The zero carb?
There's 0 carb tortillas.
They're
mega low calorie tortillas. Like a big giant tortilla is about 100 calories. A huge tortilla. Small tortillas are as much as like 30 calories a piece. And even though they're for low carb people or carb free people, they are better than all the other tortillas. So I eat them because they're low calorie, but I always think,
And they taste delicious. There's nothing that texture or anything that indicates it's less calories.
Not really, no. I mean, Celine, you've had them, right? They
I
taste every bit the same as any other one, but they're super low calorie.
I eat them quite a bit. I have found that some of the lower carb tortillas don't cook the same. I don't know if it's the carb thing or if I'm just doing it wrong. But like, if I try to make quesadillas out of them, I feel like they don't like brown like some of the other ones do. Maybe because of like what they're made of. But often these low carb foods, they benefit from being able to round down in the nutrition facts. Because there was one ice cream company that made a low carb ice cream that when I was doing like super low carb, I loved this stuff. And
You thought it was like a miracle?
Well, it kind of was, but it was like they would tell you how many carbs were in the whole pint of ice cream, right? And then if you looked at the nutrition facts on the back, you would go, well, wait a second, that doesn't add up. It seems like there's less carbs than this. Why? What's the deal here? And then on the FAQ on their website, they pretty much spelled out that, like, listen, we are allowed by the FDA to round down on these nutrition facts, but we're giving you what the actual like full amount of carbs
how
is.
Much?
FDA, why are we rounding down?
You can't round down from like 1,000 to 0, right?
No, it's
Like,
not that far.
Yeah. I know that they've changed them a little bit, but we all have these items like Sealand's talking about, like the tortillas and like clearly these protein bars. You have those items where you get them at the grocery store and you go, is this too good to be true? And I know there was a Seinfeld episode where they said yogurt or something that they were eating was like very, very low calorie, and everybody was eating it like crazy.
What's up with that?
Halo is another one somebody mentions. Yeah, like the Halo ice cream. It's like low calorie for a whole tub of ice cream, and then you learn later, like, oh, maybe it's not quite as good as you thought it was. David Protein gonna have to pay back. I'll tell you when that mailbox money comes around.
The CEO is saying he had like a really in-depth like explanation of how this is supposedly works. But it comes down to the measuring of the calories with a device that's called a bomb calorimeter.
Okay.
Good luck bringing that thing on a plane. The food is burned in a device called a bomb calorimeter. It measures the heat released when it's burned off. But nutrition labels aren't based on how much heat something produces when burned. They're based on what the human body can actually absorb and use for energy. Blah, blah, blah. The distinction matters for ingredients found in David, such as fiber, sweeteners, and fat substitutes. burning them in the calorimeter, treats them as fully digestible calories, even though they are not.
Damn. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that and see what's going on. The other food story I wanted to talk about. Ceylon, are you familiar with the restaurant? It's supposed to be a very famous restaurant called Noma. Have you heard about this at all?
Noma.
I don't know this
Cute.
one. And I guess they're in a catastrophe right now.
Where is it?
It is, the founder is Rene Redzepi. Oh, it's from Denmark. Copenhagen, Denmark.
Is this the one that... This was supposed to be like one of the top restaurants that...
I think so.
Yeah.
It's got 3 Michelin stars.
I think this might be the restaurant that was the inspiration for the menu.
I think you might be right, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. The guy just got bounced out. He's resigned from his restaurant. They said he's like mean chef, worse than anything you've ever seen before. Like Gordon Ramsay plays patty cake compared to this guy.
He has
And
a bowl cut, too. It's worth mentioning.
I go, are they whining like they always do? Like, oh, the chefs are mean. And so I looked at the New York Times story. Here's what it says. All right. It says, punching, slamming, screaming. A chef's past abuse haunts Noma, the world's top-rated restaurant. #1 restaurant in the world. It says, on a February night, 2014, we're going back here a bit, in the middle of a busy dinner at the acclaimed Copenhagen restaurant Noma, the founding chef, Rene Redzepi, ordered the entire kitchen staff to follow him outside into the cold. He was shoving a sous chef in front of him, a young man who had put on techno music, a genre the chef disliked in the production kitchen. Far from the dining room, it was where unpaid interns worked 16-hour days, performing tasks like picking herbs and cleaning pine cones to adorn his dishes. Mr. Redsby taunted the chef over and over about as about 40 cooks in short sleeves and aprons formed an unusual circle around the 2 men. It was not the first time they'd been forced to participate in a public shaming, according to 2 chefs who were present.
Turn off the ADM.
The attack was escalated by the chef, who punched his employee in the ribs and screamed that no one would go back inside until the chef said, loud enough for all to hear.
I'm reading one of the funniest things I've...
He said, okay, let me read this again. Mr. Redsby escalated the attack, that's the chef, punching his employee in the ribs and screaming no one would go back inside until the chef said, loud enough for all to hear, that he liked giving DJs oral sex. So the chef punched him. It was like, you like techno? Tell everybody out loud as you can, that you like giving DJs oral sex.
Say it.
The episode was never mentioned again. Dozens of former employees described other violent punishments and said silence among the staff was customary afterwards. Going to work felt like going to war, they said.
May I? I'm reading the CBS article, and it says one person witnessed widespread abuse, people being stabbed with barbecue forks. Another instance where Renee actually dropped his child so he can choke a team member for a strawberry.
Damn. He's not just yelling at people, he's hitting people. He's attacking people.
He dropped his child to choke someone over a strawberry.
You got to do
Sounds
that every once in a
delicious.
while. Yeah, Celine knows about this. Jackson's been a couple of times.
$1,500 per person as far as the reservations.
Yeah. $1,500 to go to this place. $1,500, and he's resigned from the most famous restaurant in the world.
Is the food good?
I hope so. But yeah, C-Lane was saying this guy, I guess, inspired that. Was it the menu you said?
Have you seen that?
Yeah. It was good.
The menu, I guess they say in the Wikipedia that critics and commentators observe that the menu's head chef satirized several real-life fine dining restaurants, including Desserts for Millennia, which was that thing where they kind of... Yeah. The goodie bag of granola from 11 Madison Park, the catching of the restaurant's own fish from Faviken, and the Scandi severity of Noma, and the remote island location of the Willows Inn.
Damn. All right. Well, we have more updates about this attack we've been following out of the Detroit area. I'll give you the roundup on that. We'll do the final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a...
Hello? Breaking news on the way out, baby. It looks like the synagogue attacker may or may not have had some explosives in his vehicle. I didn't hear Sealand if he said something. Kevin says, awesome story that was told 2 years ago on the web. Also, you say you don't listen to the same 3 songs, but that's what we're doing. Who picks rejoin songs a 13-year-old girl? Is this the same motherfucker that keeps complaining about the rejoins? I'm gonna just take you out, buddy. Because now you're annoying me about the fucking rejoins. Stand by. It's not an old story, dipshit. The New York Times article just came out. The guy just resigned. Do you feel good about being dumb in public? Do you feel good about being dumb and wrong and loud on the way out? Do you feel good? Nuked. I won't even hear your response. Dumb, wrong, loud. Dumb, wrong, loud. It's a terrible combination. Dumb and wrong and loud. The story, the expose, just came out from the New York Times. He literally just stepped down as the chef from the head fucking restaurant, or one of the top restaurants in the world with 3 Michelin stars. Dumb, long, loud, long, dumb. Jesus Christ. They didn't get to me. I got to them. Let's rate the show. Let's rate the show. Let's rate the show. 10 out of 10. It's a real winner. It goes over there to the museum. The Hall of Fame. No notes if it's a 10 out of 10. 1 out of 10, it's a loser. And we never hear from it again. 8 unhinged chefs out of 10. 9 out of 10 DJs getting oral. 10 out of 10 activated sleeper cells. 8.8 Irish opossums out of 10. 5,000 out of 10 best show ever. 10 cans of mustard sardines out of 10. 9 out of 10 more rage. 9 out of 10 boomer phones. 20, 10 out of 10 raging Sean. 10 out of 10 you banned Kevin. Oh my God, you fucking whiner, Kevin. My God. I don't like the rejoins. I only like AC/DC. I've never graduated out of the rock music I listened to when I was a child. You bore. You bore. You loud, wrong loser. Loud and wrong and dumb. Boo. Boo you, sir. Everybody else, though? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 in chat today. Not the show. Whatever. 10 out of 10 in chat today. Really good job. I'll be right back. All right, back to wrap it up.
Solar Source has been in Florida for a long time, since 1984. So visit at solarsource.com/sponsors and make your pool a place to be.
I'm not going to have a heart attack. I'm good. If you guys think I actually get mad, that's the funniest thing to me. I get irritated by dumb, wrong, loud people. I see it far too much. Actually, and then you step up to the actually pulpit, and then you go, let me spew the dumbest, most wrong thing I possibly can with absolute authority. Because nobody's bullied me in my life. Not enough people have smacked me on the side of the head. Unfortunately. You're all chatter of the day. Everybody but that guy. You're all chatter of the day. Great job. Stay gold. See you later. Bye-bye. We're coming back right now.
Visit No Time to Wait. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
Car crash? Call Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Talking about what's trending. This is the News Junkie, Sean Wasson.
Didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. And a lot going on. Boy, a lot going on. We have to get in here at the end of the show. I thought it was going to be a slow news day for a while. Then crash, bang, all sorts of stuff happening. Now, I'll try to give you the latest here because we did go into some breaking news out of the Detroit area where somebody had attacked the synagogue. And it was right on the edge of us talking about, hey, the government is saying that there are these different sleeper cells, perhaps, in the United States and Canada that are going to get activated and attack these places. In Canada, there was some synagogue that was attacked. And I said, well, what are the sleeper cells waiting for? And as if they heard me on cue, my God. And all of a sudden, we see all these stories come up. Now, here's what we know at the end of this. Shots were fired at this synagogue after a vehicle rammed into the front door of the building. The alleged gunman is dead. It doesn't look like anybody else is dead or killed. And I guess they said they found explosives in this person's car. Like the car was packed with explosives and then they didn't go off.
Right.
Just like huge L for the suicide attacker dude in this synagogue attack. Explosives didn't go off. They didn't blow up. Thank God all the terrorists are inept right now. Thank God. Because otherwise we'd have dead protesters in New York City. We'd have, dead people at the synagogue other than the shooter. I don't care if he's dead. I will shed 0 tears because of that. But there were some fires around the synagogue. He did crash his vehicle into the front door.
They're saying a security guard got hurt was the only real thing that's come out that's negative. I mean, you know what I mean.
Dan says on YouTube, they don't have to be affiliated sleeper cells. This could be the start of a bunch of lone wolf morons jumping in on their own accord. Well, we had that kind of from the jump, right? And that's to me what the Austin situation was. The guy in Austin who attacked the bar, he had an Iran shirt on underneath his, I love Muhammad or whatever. I'm paraphrasing. It's not exactly that. But his shirt that was on. And then you have more and more people popping up because there is a percentage of people who are extremist nut jobs. And we have coddled the extremist nut jobs for far too long. We should not allow people to be extremist nut jobs in the United States of America like this. They are incompatible with our culture. And yes, there is an American culture and our identity. And yes, there is an American identity and a shared experience that we all like to have. And when there are people who are extremists like this, and I don't even know what this person's motivation is yesterday, but I know they're an extremist if they're filling a car up with explosives trying to ram into a synagogue. So, I mean, it could have been a lot worse than it was. And thank God it wasn't, because this was a school. There was kids here. There was a lot of people nearby, and all the students are accounted for and all the teachers appear to be. And what else? Did I miss anything? Was there anything else in the updates that you guys saw that needs to be worked in?
No, I think that's everything I had texted.
Just the explosives, and the explosives didn't go off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, if there's anything else we see, we'll let you know about that. But that was the latest piece. And the suspect is dead. They did a couple of times report that.
Say that they killed him or he died on his own accord?
All I saw was that law enforcement said he was dead. Here's Fox, I think.
So we just have now from Bill Malugin, the following reporter. Senior federal law enforcement confirms our reporting that the suspect is dead. Additionally, told the suspect's body is badly burned. He was killed by armed security. Bill is told that he rammed the car into the building, had a rifle, got into a shootout with security who killed him. The car was on fire inside. And that would obviously be the source of the smoke coming out of that building.
I mean, that's something right there. There was armed security at this synagogue. And I know there are a lot of different people in this country who are operating at synagogues or places that they think will be targeted by something like this. And they talk about what they should do for security. If there was not an armed guard at this very, very, very large synagogue outside of Detroit, this would have been really bad. If the explosives would have gone off, it would have been really, really bad. As of now, it looks like you've got a security guard a little wounded and the suspect dead. And we'll tell you if there's any updates. What else do we have on the way out here? Final dispatches? Oh, I don't even know if we have time for those. Is there anything I promised that I didn't do? I don't know if I did.
Not that I could think of.
If I did, I'll pay it off tomorrow. I promise you that much.
I thought you said you were going to tuck for merch.
I know that was not related. That was not related at all. I will do one.
You didn't
dispatch
say you didn't
on the way
say
out.
it.
Let's do one last dispatch.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
I choose wisely here. I'll refresh for the latest and make sure I choose the one with the most potential, since some people did send this in. Here is Gabe about the synagogue.
Hey, news junkies. Just on my way to pick up my kids. Heard you guys talking about that attack on that synagogue in Michigan. Yeah, the story is pretty wild. What blows my mind the most is that while the guy was raiding the place, he didn't mention once that Sean was there. That blows my mind. I can't believe that he wouldn't at least mention Sean.
Wow, that I was there?
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
All right, okay.
From our raid thing yesterday?
Yeah.
Right.
Monster. All right, here's the last one. All Day Yuckers with a video dispatch.
Also, Sean is on it.
What is it?
What
Possums.
the hell?
Possums in the secret studio.
Very cute.
They pop in.
Help! What the hell?
What the hell?
Possum
Lay
problem
down.
is getting worse. What the hell? All right, there you go. That'll
Those are
have to do
cute
it.
possum raccoons.
Whatever they are. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, March 12th, 2026. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Today I Learned this band right here.
The Toadies.
Toadies?
That's correct. The Toadies, indeed. What the hell is this? Did I pick the acoustic one on accident?
We're the Toadies.
Son of a bitch. The Toadies, Possum Kingdom. This song is about a vampire, not an actual possum. In case you were wondering. I guess this will have to bring us out.
Sorry, Vicky, but we're smoking weed to this.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same